Welcome, welcome. Guten Nacht, willkommen, uh, you know, moshi moosh, hello, aloha, uh,
Dankeschön.
dankeschön. No, that's thank you beautifully, is what that means. Which is a weird way to thank somebody, but I guess it's, yeah, hola, there you go.
Здравствуйте.
What is I know the
Guten
fucking
Tag.
Cantonese. No, well, Guten Tag is different too, right? It's Guten Nacht right now.
Ni
'Cause
hao?
well, no, because you
Yeah,
do
ni
good
hao, that's-
evening. You wouldn't really go good night, right? Which is something. Ni hao. There you go. Ni hao.
Arigato, or is that thank you?
No, that's
That's
thank you.
thank you.
Wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
at any rate, we have welcomed you in at least one language correctly to Dead is Better, our late night Friday zombie survival horror experience extravaganza event spectacular. I am the storyteller this evening, one Will Thompson. And that doesn't change, that's the same every evening. But what does change is the characters that, well, 3 of these 4 individuals play every night. Skibba only plays himself now. But tonight, everybody is playing themselves with their own abilities, and I'm gonna just with their own abilities, right? Based on their own stat line, and they react to the abundance of horrors presented to them as they would in real life, because frankly they are as they are in real life. But
Yep.
tonight, oh shit, I don't have a
You don't have a question?
I need a question.
We need a Miss USA pageant question. Come on.
Right? Oh, yeah. No, this should be Miss. We lost. See, I didn't have a question and we lost 3 viewers. Poof. Just like that. And they were like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
it. We were here
Mexico.
for the question.
Mexico. There's your Miss
We were
Universe.
here for the question. So, if you could do one thing. No, that's stupid. That's a Miss America question.
I can do one thing.
Yeah, no, you can do one thing. Yeah, so we've already done what you would be best at in the post-apocalypse. We've already done what you would be worst at in the post-apocalypse. We'd already do what you'd miss the most in the post-apocalypse.
What about where would you try to go?
Yeah,
Where
that's
would
a
you
good
try to
point.
Yeah,
get
there
to?
you go. What would you try to do in the post-apocalypse? And we will start with the randomly selected Sean McCrae, because she has the most confused. She's like,
Oh.
fuck, I don't have an answer for this. It was written on her face, and tonight's the gotcha show, so you know.
Gotcha. Alright. I would probably die within a week. So I would just I don't know. I live in a small town right now, so I'd probably just stay where I am.
Yeah.
So
You would just hang out in a small town in Texas until
yeah.
the the undead
I
took
live in
you.
the prairie land, so it's real flat. Like I could see zombies coming from miles around.
Yeah.
So I think it's I'm at a pretty advantage. I got an advantage living here. So
Yeah, so you would just hang out on the prairie.
Yep.
Counting on the ruralness of your environment to keep any of the undead from assembling in mass. Although at that point, if you do encounter them, they've herded up, right? Like one of them just following another after another, and then there's 10,000 of them. Doesn't matter how far away you can. Well, I guess they can't run. Well, no, some of them can run, as we discovered last week. But yeah, all right, hanging out on the prairie. How about you, Skibba?
I'm torn between trying to get as high up into the Appalachians as possible.
Yep, rural.
So it's not make the zombies climb. I doubt many of them could, get over the rocks. Or try to find an island.
Yeah, island. That's a good call.
But then, it's like if they get washed up on shore, you never know. There's still There's still a zombie.
That's true. Well, and in some zombie lore, right, they walk across the bottom of the ocean. They just become bogged down to the point where then they just keep shambling, right? Like if you look at the Max Brooks stuff, the guide to zombie survival from him and the World War Z, like that they get across continental shelves and shit like that. Yeah, they don't come out very pretty on the other side, but I think there's something especially horrific about being out on a lake and paddling out to your island and you look down and there's just undead just sitting at the bottom reaching up for the boat just out of reach, right? That's a fucked up visual, but
Yeah. So I think up in the mountains.
yeah.
Up.
Up in the mountains.
High altitude.
That's a good call. How about you, Mary? What would you do?
Well, here's the thing. This is a question my brother and I often ask ourselves, and we have a semi-good plan.
Uh-oh.
So, I live in like the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
We've figured this out, and depending on if the zombie apocalypse, if people had notified any notification that something was going to happen,
Right.
the best case scenario would be to go to the school, because the school has food, you have chemistry equipment that
Right.
you can use, things to barricade, things like that, and there's a school within 5 minutes of my house, so
Well, there you go.
yeah, so
Taking
or
over
else
the
it would be
local school.
yeah, taking over the local school, or literally just hiding out at my house, basically. So that's my idea anyway.
So a lot of homebodies. One fellow getting rural. How about you, Bowser? What would you do?
I already live in a brick house on top of a mountain.
Yep.
Probably just stay here.
Another homebody.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
with
him.
all them guns.
Yeah, I got woods to the back with a bunch of deer. Probably do some hunting out there. I got a bow. I live in a state I shouldn't say firearms that I have or
Right.
don't have. So
Right. Yeah. You certainly only. Yeah. Well, I mean, you live in Texas. So that.
yes.
That's
Texas
all fine.
is-
I personally,
Nah.
so here's the rub, right? Like I have a wife I love very much, but she is 5'1" and went to private school, and has never injured anything in her life, or I mean, she would just be assuming she survived, right? My plan would be very different, right? Of course, we would seek some kind of like shelter then, but were she to pass away, well, I would definitely lose all self-preservation instinct, right? But I would go straight hermit, right? I would look for a place with a fairly inhospitable climate, whether it's super hot or super cold all the time, right? Because, they're going to freeze to death or they're going to desiccate, one or the other. That's just how, bodies work, right? And I figure that's a problem that solves itself as long as I can keep myself fed, I do have a lot of experience from my teen vagabond years in the survival tip, but it was living off the fringes of an extant society, like little hustles or whatever, right? Or eating out of dumpsters, or pulling the deli scam where you go up to the deli and you say, all right, I'm going to get this chicken. And you got, all right, paid at the deli when you walk out, ta-da, you have free chicken, right? Like, in the post-apocalypse, none of those stratagems are really, they lose viability when no one is frying chicken anymore for commerce. So it would definitely be an adjustment. But that being said, I'd do all right until the heart pills ran out. No, I actually do all right without the medication, but it would certainly shorten the lifespan. But I think in addition, I would also be super like, fuck you, zombies, and I probably wouldn't make it too long. Just hubris, I have headbutted a lot of things in my life, and that seems like a great way to get a zombie infection, right? Oh, hell, that was your tooth, I did it to myself. That's a game over. But, oh boy, so last week,
Oh no!
we lost Skibba. Oh, now Skibba's back. Last week, I do believe you met the charming spider bait. and Hell, who neither of whom I named. They're in the mod. I would have. That's a little on the nose, And remember, in the module, it was written that his mama named him Hell because that was the last thing his daddy said when he found out she was pregnant. Oh hell, Which I mean, that's ouch. I don't know that. That's not the direction I would have taken it. But I am not criticizing the module because it has led us to this point here, who is going to be described by one of you lovely people, hopefully within the confines of a minute, right? And artfully and entertainingly, like your glowing selves. Papa needs another paycheck from Twitch.
Oh, look at us all talking at once.
Right? Yeah. So nobody wants a
I'm
Benny
eating,
tonight?
I'm
That's fine.
sorry.
I'll do it. I'll give myself a Benny. Here we go. And I'm telling you guys, I am sitting on a fucking stand. Oh, it's gross how many
Alright,
Bennies.
fine.
No, it's too late.
I
It's too
will
late.
stop
There was a
eating.
minute of
I'm
waiting.
sorry.
No, continue eating. So, these folks, right, were camping out with Henry and his lovely granddaughter, who was very, very pregnant, right? And these biker gang showed up down at the marina, right? So they snuck down to the marina to see what was going on. The bikers found the marina already looted and then went to check the house, forcing them to double back to the house. Sean and Mary were in the basement of the house with the very pregnant daughter, right? When the bikers emerged and started trashing the place. The boys tried to sneak in and did so, but then somebody finally found the hatch to the basement, opened it up, and Henry plugged him in the ankle and then in the head, then plugged another one in the ankle and plugged him in the head. Then they opened up on the whole basement. You guys narrowly avoided getting shot. Henry himself, not so luckily. An elderly man with a bullet wound. Quite bad scene, right? You guys were railroaded through the magical Benny red zone system, right, into a encounter where Spiderbait dragged a knife along Mary's face and said, "Oh, my aunt was a lady," it was a little melodramatic, but it did add
give her anything though.
it did add flavor, right? It was a little bit of flavor. But they wanted you guys to go into the local town of Fairpoint, right? And act as bait so that you would lure all the undead fellas away from them so that they could loot the main street. You guys made it about, I don't know, 32 or 33 feet, right? When you stopped at an automotive repair shop and, you got yourself a tire iron and, I believe like a axle, jack
Lug
handle.
Lug wrench. Giant lug wrench.
A lug wrench where a zombie got up and sprinted at you and was dispatched, and then a much smaller, much larger-eyed, kind of Harlequin baby-looking one with very long razor fangs, screed and skittered about, right? And then you guys frantically, beat it into paste, right? At which point
Damn
you
right.
noticed one of the smiling zombie fellers, right? Leading a whole swath of them. Y'all got in the car. That upon rewatching the video, boy, I described quite. One of the headlights is out. It's got some front end damage. It looks like it might start. Oh, you rolled and it started and it did, but oh, what did it do? It rolled to a stop about 4 blocks away, outside of the local high school where we left off. You guys in a car, zombies slowly corralling you somewhere, it seems like. A very pissed off and heavily armed gang of bikers, right, that are probably like, well, I guess they're luring them off the main block now, so are probably going about a bit of looting at this point, at least beginning their ingress into the town, given the distraction you caused with the vehicle dying and all of that. And now we find ourselves outside on a city street, and it is, what's the term I'm looking for? Fucky. Yeah.
Fucky?
Yeah, it's real fucky.
Yeah.
Where is my horror? Give me a second here. I have a sound set for the tension, you know, and it's like not doing it for me, and it's really blowing my mind, man. I feel like they got rid of some of the. There it is, Elements Horror. Why could I not search for that by horror? 1 second. So the ambiance will be set here momentarily, but cars just died. There's a convenience store right across the street from
I
the
thought that
high
was one of
school.
our ideas. Was the convenience store?
And then some residences. It looks like mixed commercial, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is the second largest street, you know, in town. You know how they have the main street and then that second thoroughfare where, like, if you kept going, you could go to the hospital a few miles. You know, one of them roads. Mixed commercial and is horror gonna? Is it loaded? There we go. We just need a little bit of.
Set the ambiance.
A little bit of tension.
Yeah, just a
There
bit.
we go.
So, guys, we need to come up with a planny
Your
wanny.
plan?
Where did the Hummer go?
It was several blocks down this road. It turned, let's see, you guys, north-south on the main road, so it turned north up a side street that runs parallel to the main road. Probably 8 blocks from the main road. We could put it, well, yeah, 4 blocks from you or so.
And our
Yep.
situation, as far as the husks go, do we see them around us? Like
They are
the ones that we
definitely
left back in-
behind the car.
Oh,
Like,
how far?
behind the car by, like, you know, so you guys made it 4 blocks down the street, car died. They are massing up a block behind the, off the main street, so they've just started to follow. So you have a couple of blocks separation, but they are
Okay.
definitely progressing
Alright.
in
Gotta
your
get
direction.
inside
All
of
at a
something,
shamble,
or...
though. All of them, well, actually, give me a notice roll. Are they all shambling?
Let's see. Notice. Okay.
Hey, Bowser got a notice roll.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's like a...
Need to get rid of that Joker, but yeah, so everybody's noticing, except for Sean.
Except for Sean is scared shitless. It's fine.
She's probably like, why aren't we driving, guys? You know, it was
Damn it,
it
Skitty, why
was
you
a
stopping here?
hybrid, so it was real quiet, and she doesn't know the engine's off. You know, she's just confused as to why you're stopping.
Yeah.
She's
Sounds
slapping
like
me
the
upside
car
the back of the
person,
head.
though.
But yeah,
Oh,
no,
God.
they are all shambling. No sign of any grinning ones or anything like that. But they are
It was
shambling.
dirt under my nose. That's what I noticed. It's like,
Right,
oh, there's
yeah.
dirt.
All right.
There's like 35 or 40 of them that you can see now.
Let's grab our stuff and get out of the car.
Yep.
Grab the wheelchair out of the back.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw most of what I can fit of our hardware store loot in my backpack.
Roger.
Um,
So,
I'd definitely like to get some of those gloves on.
the
at
weight,
least
Oh yeah. We
is
passed
going
them
to
out.
start to be a factor there if you're carrying all that hardware stuff. I mean, you have bolt snips, you have quite a few things that weigh a few pounds there.
Hang it on the back of the wheelchair. Let's go.
Yep.
Turn her into a shopping cart. Let's roll.
Basically.
It's like the kid in World War Z that just gets pushed around in the shopping cart. Yeah. Alright. But yes, so we're going. Now, question, GM.
Yes.
Is it doing it again? No! Oh, I'm ordering the computer tonight. Oh, gonna be rough. Okay. Well, I guess.
I can hear everything you're saying at least.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's good.
No, you are kind of a
Um,
Picasso painting, but no, we can hear you just fine.
Great. Awesome. So I guess from the news things we saw, were people notified about this outbreak, or did it just surprise everyone?
Yeah, no, there was a whole speech, remember, where Trump,
So we might be
this
able
is
to
a
find
huge
refuge in the
issue,
school.
but we I mean, maybe you would have to like
Possibly.
examine the
It's an
school to see if there's
option.
any like shelter here or whatever.
What other areas or other businesses? So we have the convenience store.
Yeah, mixed commercial, a couple of private residences. There's a little park
Definitely
area.
don't want to go there. But I don't know.
I say we can get ourselves lost in the school. If we can.
Or we could stumble across some aggressive refugees too. We might not be prepared to
Let's start
meet a whole
heading.
bu-
Let's start heading towards the school since that's the way we're heading anyway. That Humvee turned by it, right?
So, where's the shooting? Where's the shooting
Yeah.
coming from?
Back where you guys came from. It's
Alright,
the
let's
gang
move it.
members.
Let's move it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think we're aiming towards the school.
Aiming
That's
towards the
it.
school. Well, it's handicap accessible. It's got a nice ramp. You got to double
Great.
back, but it's a school, so it's got all that set up there.
I was gonna say, is the battery still working on the car?
I mean, you would have to, pop it open and see. It's unlikely that it was the battery that caused it to die, after that
The
kicks
only reason
over.
I just want to try to rig something up to where the horn is just always on.
Wait, so you're gonna go into the high school, but you want the car horn to be constantly on out front?
Well, they're already following us, right?
That's true.
So
How would you go about that? Describe that to me.
most steering wheels are set up in a way where there's holes throughout the steering wheel. So if I can find something that would bend in just a way to keep it depressed, is what I'm trying to think of. Maybe using the steering wheel
stick?
or the seat belt.
Yeah. Stick.
Yeah, no, you could definitely probably find something you could wedge in between the seat back and the horn. But I mean, like you're talking, it would be you'd have to search for it, right? And then you'd
It might
have to
take
wrestle
too
it into
long.
position. Right, they are just a couple of blocks behind. By the time you finish that up, you probably sacrificed a block of space between you and them.
No.
Might not be the best goal of it.
I mean, you could definitely. It seems, it's
So-
feasible for sure.
The battery of our car is still good. Right.
I mean,
You'd have to take it
you'd have to pop the hood and take a gander. I mean, like, given what you know about automobiles, right? If the car started fine and ran for a second and then died, that's not the battery, Like,
That's
Well, I'll
true.
just hit the alarm on the key fob and we'll go.
All right.
there you go. Yeah, the car alarm.
Panic button.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So
Now
let's
you're
put
thinking
the-
with portals.
I'll put the car neutral and kind of roll it in the opposite. Make it go to the left as we go to the right.
All right. Well, the school is to the left, so make it go to the right as you go to the
Make
left.
it go to the right and then.
Yeah, push
go
it
to
into the convenience store. Yeah. Now, are you triggering the fob as you push it, or are you pushing it, getting into the school, and then hitting the fob? Like, what's the...
I think we'll hit the fob as we're crossing to go to the school.
All right. Excellent. So, yeah, you guys are going to want to give me a notice roll.
Okay. I can do that. I did that.
One and done. That's me.
The front doors to the school that you have rolled up to are barricaded, not locked.
Any kind of notes on the outside at all?
Nope.
Any movement through the windows that we can see the front.
Give me another notice roll. Are you getting right up on the window to look? Pretty dark in there, no
Sure.
power.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
I'm not sure that you would, well... I'm not sure you can see through the window from your perspective, Mary.
Okay. Is it like a glass door?
Yeah, it's like one of those security,
Okay.
I don't know, you could yeah, give it a notice roll.
Okay.
You could hoist yourself up in the chair. Yeah,
like I can hold myself, like in like
no,
a almost standing position.
No movement. There are several desks stacked up against the far side of the door, and you can see, just through a gap of them that all the lockers have been torn open. Like
Mhm.
there's books all over the floor, trash everywhere.
Mhm. What time is it?
I believe it was dawn when they dragged you
Okay.
out here, and it's been about an hour, so we'll call it 8 a.m.
Okay. What
New
about like
plan.
the classroom windows? Is there like, do they look like they're covered with
There is a
like
row
picture
of
paper or something?
first floor windows, but
Mhm.
in the interest of school security, you could see through them certainly, but cracking one of those bitches is gonna be, you know.
No, we can just break
Oh
a window.
yeah, no, that's fine. I was just asking if there's many movement on those or they're
Yeah.
Not
covered with.
not that you can see. No, I mean you could track
Okay.
along the wall. There's a secondary entrance, of course.
It might
Yeah,
be
so,
better to ditch the school at this point because we're kind of losing time.
well, not only that, we'll just round the corner to be
With
on
the
the
Hummer?
opposite side.
Yeah, you go around the corner, right? It looks like the school gymnasium. You know how they have that
Mhm.
gymnasium, cafeteria, secondary kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah, there are multiple entrances there.
And this is a high school.
Yeah, high school, middle school. One of those mixed. Not that big of a town.
Single story.
2-story.
I like the idea, 2-story.
Is there any like um escape, like a fire escape ladders or something
No, not to the exterior.
from the second floor? No, nothing.
No,
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen a fire escape in a high school.
Our only chance might be an emergency exit, and I don't even know if that'll work or not.
I'd just say, I mean, we can go through any window.
Yeah.
Just find a classroom that's empty, go through a window, break it, get inside.
We gotta get
Go
that
through the
boarded
school
up
out.
though.
And
Aren't
also, what
school
if the
windows
people
all that
inside
reinforced
here?
wire glass?
It depends on the window. Like
And
if
also
it's
the
talking
year of the
about like
school.
the front, yeah, and the year.
And
If
I've
it's
got
a new school, it's probably
I've got a
better,
look
but
wrench.
So what's the game plan? Are you guys gonna try the secondary cafeteria gymnasium entrance? It is around the corner from the line of sight of the Zeds. Front door's barricaded for sure.
Yeah, we'll try to see
Let's
what
try
other
it.
entrances there are.
Gosh.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make it around the corner, and there are several corpses in the kind of common area courtyard, where kids would mill about.
What kind of corpses?
All of them look like they were husks at one point. I mean, it's hard to tell. Decomp is decomp where they walk in, but if somebody wants to get close and examine one, you might be able to notice some kind of consistent pattern amongst them.
No.
Notice or knowledge medicine?
Either.
Okay.
Honestly.
oh,
So
if you can get me out quick, I can knowledge medicine them.
whichever one I get close to, I'm going to hold its head, neck area down with the pipe that I have.
Yep. Mm-hmm. No, and you get right down, you can feel its hot breath on your cheek. No, it's dead, and all of them have been brained.
Have been
Blunt
what?
force brained.
Blunt
Blunt
force.
force trauma.
Hmm.
Somebody came through with some kind of melee instrument,
Oh.
and
So there's
all their
probably
skulls have been
ones I got
caved
too.
in proper. Like, some of them are smashed to paste. Like they got a few swings in. Some of them look like it was just a side, one good knock. But yeah, 5 or 6 corpses out here.
Alright, take a look at the door.
This door is not barricaded.
Is
But
it
is
locked?
it locked?
Nope.
Yeah. What the hell? Here, I swear.
don't think it's a good. I don't know what's waiting on the other side.
There seem to be any traps on the door strings going to it, or something gonna happen to it?
Nothing that you can see from the exterior. I mean, because it's a door with a window like this in it. It's solid blue metal, right? It's got the push bar on the other side. Like, you can get right up to the window and peer around, and from any angle you can see there's nothing. But I mean, you don't have a
Can we
great.
also use a flashlight to kind of look at the immediate?
Does anyone have a flashlight?
Yeah, we
have
got
grab
2
some.
flashlights.
Oh, that's right.
In the
Excellent.
hardware store.
That's right. Yeah. No, they'll never knock, Drew.
Yeah, we don't knock.
No, you shine the light in there, and you don't see anything. Nothing on the far side of the door. No movement. No nothing. It does look pretty trashed in there still, though.
There might be people in there.
Oh,
A group of people.
Sure there are people in there.
Yeah.
What? You guys make a lot of assumptions. It's probably just a building that was looted and then people moved on from. Who would
Yeah,
hang out
but
in
if
a high
Marin's
school?
come up with the idea that high school is the best place to hang out, like
Who would hang
I
out in a high
mean,
school? I'm just saying. It's outrageous.
she has good reasoning.
The title
chemistry,
of
the
this episode that
space,
was
the-
sent out to followers definitely wasn't the survivors go to school and get a class in horror, so I definitely didn't. No.
Oh man.
Alright, so I'm ready to go in. I'll open the door.
Maybe
Yeah.
knock. Why don't we just knock?
Yeah, if we'll follow Drew's
It's too late. He already opened the door. They've
Oh,
seen everything.
gosh.
It's
Well, shit.
I'm last.
yeah, give me
I
a
am the
second
one
here.
who
I need
knocks.
why are my sound sets? Oh, because it's all sound sets instead of installed. That doesn't help. And it's like, oh man, you got so many sound sets because you're a baller with the sound sets. You spend so much time on these. Everybody appreciates them so much, even when you have to, postpone for 7 minutes because you can't find the fucking, the
No, it's
super
great.
Appo Pro. So yeah, Mike opens the door, and another door closes down the hallway.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm out.
Oh, so's Mike. He said, "Fuck
Yeah.
that." Bloop. I'm not doing this.
Wait, so what are we doing?
He opened the door, right? No
Yeah.
movement, anything. He takes a step inside, and a door down the hallway closes.
Like, is it the one of the last ones?
Yeah,
or,
it's
like,
well
in the
down
middle?
the hallway. If
I'm
there were
gonna-
like 8 doors in the hallway, it was like 6 down.
Oh, I don't like this. Okay, maybe we say, hello?
It echoes vacantly throughout the corridor in that way that buildings that don't have any kind of, sound insulation,
Is there any movement at all? Like, any noise of anything?
I mean, there was that one door that closed.
Yeah.
No, we need to get the beep out. We need to go
What's that?
to another building. This is
There
a
are
horrible
survivors.
idea.
There are survivors here.
Yes, that doesn't mean they're nice.
Somebody dropped a quarter, it sounded like.
Or a
Someone fell
shell.
through a glass thing. That's
They're loading their handgun like.
It's like, hello, we're coming in. Don't shoot us.
They're coming in. I'm staying outside.
and with Bowser shit. No.
Yeah.
I know, right, Drew?
Skibba?
Skips. This is
There's
a bad
no-
idea.
There's no dead.
You don't know that.
Yeah, but he's guy.
Smart dead are established.
Yes.
Okay, we've got 30 to 40 undead.
Okay, who's breaking windows?
They're literally breaking windows.
Well,
He's
it's
breaking
supposed to be
chemistry.
knocked off of the shelf is the name of that sound set, but yeah, one of them. It's a little shattery, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, what is he breaking chemistry set? Like,
Reddy's in
glassware?
there like, damn you, Erlenmeyer flask. Yeah.
Those are
All right, so
expensive.
are you guys really not coming into the high school?
No.
Not when there's people dropping stuff. It sounds.
If we're gonna go in and like smash and ask questions later, then I'll
We
follow
don't
you.
have enough
No.
to smash
I'm
and
not
ask
going-
questions later.
I'm not going in
Well,
hands up and
Let's
getting
ask.
my shovel taken from me.
Skipper, why do you want to go in?
Yes, that is a good question, Skip.
Well,
Hey,
because
they're
of
already-
the
they're behind-
near 100 zombies
Yeah.
that are milling down the street
That
outside,
is
you guys
kind
set
of-
off a car alarm that is currently going off about, I don't know, 3/4 of a block away from this now.
Well, then let's just go in a classroom and barricade ourselves in. I'm like, how old is the school? Do they have locks on the classroom?
I mean, there's all kinds of equipment that we could find in a school if it hasn't been completely and totally looted. There's going to be all kinds of just maintenance, sports equipment, food. Oh my God!
All right.
There should be a cafeteria full of food.
Lead the way, Mike, and just remember, when I die, it's on your hands.
I'm like, I'm sure it's a good idea, but I'm sure other people have had the same idea. Skibba, we already know someone's in here, and we don't know.
Or it's a smart
If
drop
he's
zombie
dangerous.
laying a trap.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if they can do that though.
Yes, we
Oh,
know
wait,
they can.
Or it's a
Yeah.
kid, and we don't want that on our.
We know that they send other other husks to go do their bidding, but
They've
have
thought
we seen
enough.
them do it?
We've seen them literally destroy parts of guns. We've seen them take apart guns. If they can take apart a gun,
So from this
What else
front
can-
door, what directions can I see? Is it just a one hallway?
One
Or does it
corridor,
tee off?
there's a T intersection where it meets another corridor that runs the length of the school. To your right, it opens up to a cafeteria. To your left seems to be the gymnasium. Classrooms line either side of the corridor further on. So I guess it goes gym, cafeteria, administrative offices, classroom.
I mean, we kind of got to go to the one that was just opened or closed, right?
Yep.
We can't have somebody running around that we don't know who they are.
And
Literally, is that somebody running?
What?
It sounded like somebody's running on like the
Well,
catwalk.
I
in
mean,
a theater
I
or
would
something.
definitely use my ears.
I want to frickin' notice.
Yeah.
That's what I want to frickin' do. Gosh.
2 in a row. That's bullshit.
That's just the way it is, Mike. Yeah, no, that was definitely somebody running.
All right.
You guys hear a Geiger? Why is there a Geiger counter? What? Do you guys hear a Geiger counter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be here, so.
Okay, I'm like,
No, I was like, what the fuck?
are these zombies radioactive?
Alright, no, things have gotten real tense.
Okay, we gotta do something or not do something, but
Yep.
we gotta make a decision.
I'm ready to go in. Like,
Yep.
if we're in, let's shut the door behind us so they can't get out, or so the zombies can't get in.
Yep. Everybody
Sounds
going
good,
in?
I guess.
Yep.
Is everybody going in and then we're closing the door behind you?
Oh gosh. I guess.
So, for no reason in particular, what order is it that you are entering?
Apparently, I'm first.
Alright.
Yes.
Mike
Yes, you
Skibba
are.
first, wielding the lug wrench.
I'm second.
Bowser is second.
I'll be last.
You'll be last. Are
Watching
you
the rear.
wheeling, Mary, or are you, like, looking behind you?
I'll be looking behind Mary, so you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Was that behind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the door closing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh,
Mm-mm.
we did that.
We
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Are there any like locks up into the ceiling or
Fuck
floor?
No,
you.
all right. That was just
Fuck.
fucking with you guys. No, there was no insidious laughter. No. No.
Oh my
This- I
god.
can't handle this.
So you guys are all Scooby-Doo cowering against the inside of the door of this
I'm trying to figure
very
out why
dark
these
high
guys are so
school
scared.
interior. If you think this main corridor is well lit, given the fact that the window lights are just those little armored slits, you know you have another thing coming altogether. It is dark. Dim light for the first 70 or so feet in there, and then dark, proper dark in the middle where the T intersection is. It brightens a little at the far end where the main doors were that were locked and barricaded, but you can barely make out the, pile of desks and who not.
Well, I have dark vision, so.
Right, no, 200-foot dark vision. Mm-hmm.
60 feet. It's only 60.
I do have a flashlight, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do have flashlights.
All right. So the question is, do we go to the cafeteria first, or to these rooms where?
Gotta go to the
Yeah.
room with whatever this
I'm
thing
like,
is.
let's see who this
Yeah,
person
we
is.
can't
so
let
they're
that
not
fucking
coming
follow
back.
us.
We'll go up to the door that we think shut, like
Can
6 doors down.
Yeah,
wait, before anything, could I roll like a common knowledge or a notice roll to fit like what that was exactly? Like if it sounded like
what was?
The noise we heard.
noise of whatever was dropping, like does it sound like
It just sounds like debris
bullet
shuffling around.
casings?
Oh, no, it's not bullet casings.
just
no.
debris?
Mhm.
And I
It's
just
hard to
wanna-
tell. The sound travels, it's a real still environment, stagnant, but, it's metal lockers lining the walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
The acoustics are terrible. Sounds clang and echo. And you're all clearly amped right now. I mean, you're looking for shit where and nothing's even there.
When nothing's. See? Yeah, okay.
Why do
know
you do
what?
that, Will?
You know what? You know what?
Nothing's there. Ominous noise, like.
Just do something.
I do that
guys,
because I pay
'cause-
$11 a month for that. Thank you. That's why I do that.
I pick up a book or bottle or
Yeah.
can or
Mhm.
whatever,
Yeah, textbook.
and that is my opposed smarts roll to trick any creatures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you trying to trick the creature?
Well, if this is a thing, I
Mhm.
wanted to think that I'm much closer to it than I am.
Okay. So describe that
So-
action to me.
Well, let's say I find a book, right?
Yeah, textbook.
I'm
Chemistry
going
2.
to frisbee that shit down
Yep.
the hallway to where it skips along the opposite end of the hallway from what I think it's on or in.
Okay,
and
so
I'm
you're
just gonna
trying
bounce
to.
it.
So, you guys have moved like 20 feet into this school, right? There's a T intersection. The door that you're trying to get to is probably 80 feet down the hallway, right? The one you think was, open and closed.
Yeah.
So, how far are you going in before you throw the textbook? And why am I going to ask for a throwing roll?
Well, I'm going to attempt to throw it from about 50 to 30 feet away from the door.
From 50 to 30 feet away from the door and get past the door?
It can be before the door.
Okay,
guess it
so you
depends
just,
on how
you
good
want,
I
yeah,
throw
okay, yeah. Mhm.
Near, like, an area.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I'm feeling it.
Basically try to make it think that I'm not way down where I'm at,
Right,
I think
right.
we're trying to stay close enough to the door so if we need to run, we can.
Well, that was an excellent throw.
Yeah, no, so you pick it up and you go to huck it, right? And the book binding comes off, right? And just the pages of the book flap down on the floor about 10 feet in front of you. It doesn't really echo because it's just the pages, it makes a thwap noise. But, no, it was not a great.
And now everyone's staring at me. And I'm like,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's awkward.
Didn't go how I thought it would.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah,
That was.
It really was.
We don't judge.
Try
it,
We're all
golf
judging
clap.
you.
I feel.
Do we want to try to rip off one of the lockers?
No.
Here's like a little shield.
Are you? It's like, are you?
Because
like,
that'll be
gonna
super
like-
quiet.
Wow.
Yeah. Are there any
No.
already off?
They've all been busted open. Now that you mention it, every single one of the locks has been jimmied and pried, but none of the doors have been torn off. If you want to investigate with a notice roll, you might be able to tell a little more about the way in which the lockers were forced open. Yeah, pretty clear tool marks, right? You can see where the red paint was abraded off of them. Narrow thing, pry bar or something, crowbar. Well, whoever did it was using a tool. It wasn't like somebody sunk their fingers into the metal of the locker and, this was looting. Not that anyone could do that.
I
There
don't know, guys. What do you guys think?
are no doors that are held on by just like a single hinge.
No, I mean,
They're
they
all
didn't
still
try
on.
and tear the doors open. They just popped the locks on them,
Okay. How about trash can lids anywhere? Metal.
So, yeah, they have the trash cans, but they're plastic. They got the recycling side and the, I mean, it is a plastic lid that weighs a few pounds. It would be a serviceable shield if you could find a way to, like, heft it. I don't know that you could work your arm through the plastic can deposit, like,
Yeah.
nothing immediately apparent in the corridor. But the good news is nothing came sprinting after you the thwomp.
Yeah.
Hell,
All right.
they're
Just walk
more
down.
scared of you than you is of them.
Yeah.
Let's walk down the hallway.
Yep.
Do we want to announce ourselves?
I think you already did.
I'm like, you're the police officer. What would you do in this situation? Also, I'm just watching behind us while we're going.
Every
just
time
so
I
no
clear a
one
building.
sneaks up on us.
Every single time I make myself known by announcing sheriff, and I just don't know if that's a good idea here.
Right? Yeah, no, I'm not sure. That might not be a plus. Hey
We
guys, how
just
many doors do
announce-
you walk past?
Why not?
Oh no, I would look into every single door.
So you got a
That way-
whole gymnasium and a whole cafeteria. First off, right? Straight away. To either side, you can pick one of those.
Oh, I thought that was part of the T intersection, like.
No, so you went in through the entrance that would be gym cafeteria facing, and that's the part of the school you're in right now. You go down the hallway, there's like the administrative coach office,
or
whatever,
the door
right?
to the cafeteria.
And neither of the doors to the cafeteria nor the gym appear to be barricaded in any way.
Gotcha.
How far away are the doors from the central area?
Oh, they're the first doors. I mean, it's probably 50 feet to the T intersection. It's better than that, shit. 60 feet to the T intersection. And they are literally the first set of doors on either side, 5 feet into the building. Boom, gym, boom, cafeteria.
Here's what we can do. I could stand guard to make sure that no one comes in, and you can scout the gym or the cafeteria for weapons or something. And if anybody comes through, I'll whistle for you guys.
Let's split the party.
Well, not far. Let's just keep. We're not gonna walk far from you, but we'll go inside the cafeteria see if there's anybody in.
Yeah, and I'll watch the entrance so nobody sneaks up on you guys.
Yeah, and you've got the flashlight, so you can point it down the main hall. Mike's got a flashlight, and we can search the cafeteria real quick.
Okay.
This isn't
I'm-
gonna end badly.
This
Oh
is
my
gonna be
God.
so bad.
Let's go.
Yeah, alright, so...
We're going- I'm going into the cafeteria.
To try and outsmart a zombie if I see it. That's my
Going
job
into
right now,
the
so.
cafeteria. Excellent.
There are no zombies, Mary.
Ah, damn it!
So, we,
Then do it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Jesus.
I don't like
I didn't like that.
I'll be honest.
So, you open the cafeteria door, sweep your flashlight across, and the door to the back of the kitchen closes right as the flashlight beam hits it.
Oh, Jesus. No! It's leading us somewhere.
How far away are we from that?
So you are the entire depth of the cafeteria from it. So you have several of the bench tables, a row of 6 or so of them, and then the kitchen area. They have the serving bar, right? This was the door that would lead back to the food prep area from the serving station. Like the staff only,
I'm gonna do something I shouldn't do and try to sneak over there.
Yeah, so I am going to need you to describe this for me.
Oh,
So very carefully,
God damn it.
probably holding a hand over the flashlight to hood it a little bit.
Right.
I'm
You got
going
some
to-
red saran wrap doing the Vietnam light. Yeah.
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 I'm going to carefully make my way across the floor, climb over a table if I need to, and I just want to get up against the wall that door
Yeah.
is in.
On the same side or the opposite side of the serving bar from it. They got like the heat lamp set up and the sneeze guard and all of that.
Where's the door in relation to that? Is it back behind that bar?
Yeah, it's back behind that and to the left. It would be heading further into the school. You guys came from the right, walked in the door, you went all the way across the cafeteria to the far wall.
I'm gonna
I'll
peek
walk on
over
the
the
other
bar.
side of the bar. You walk on one side, I'll walk on the other.
I'm gonna take a look over the bar and see if there's anything creepy waiting for me.
Give me a notice roll. Hey, yeah, there is a brown-black stain on the ground and a big smear, leading
shit themselves?
from behind the bar to
Messy.
out towards the deep freezer, which is not the direction of the door. The deep freezer is a separate thing. You gotta walk in. Private school.
Yeah. I will gesture with the flashlight to show Mike as he goes around the other side. And I will go around and get as close to the door that closed as I can.
Hey, Mike, why don't you give me a notice roll, Skibba? It is old blood.
Yeah.
Good volume of it, but dry. Oxidized. Been here a while.
I look over at Mike and say, something bad happened here.
Yeah. Keep your eyes up, whatever's on the other side of this door.
Alright, are you guys gonna breach and clear?
Kind of hard without firearms.
We
Hey,
can
the
knock.
Zed don't know that, baby.
Yeah, we could knock.
Actually, let's knock on this one
Okay.
and stand to each side of the door.
Oh my, well shit, I wasn't prepared for that. That's a whole other... Where is that? You guys, stop doing it to me. Making it hard. All these sound effects. Child's play, deep growls, come on.
Yes, not that one.
What kind of stuff are you into, man?
You know what I'm saying? I'm into DMing, baby. That's all. That's where it's at. Where is I literally just need. Come on, don't suck like this. There it is.
Is that running?
Yo, yeah.
It's a bunch of kids. Oh god.
Are they running away or?
Oh
towards?
yeah. No, that shouldn't be
Away.
moving. That was.
All right, I'm popping the door,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pie it with the flashlight because I don't have a firearm.
So you're checking your corners, is what you're telling me?
Yep.
Give me a notice roll at a -2.
Come on, Mike.
Nothing. You play your flashlight to the right. Nothing. Right. Just some cooking equipment. Right. A little prep station. Right. A couple more fridge areas, sinks, all that. Mop station. Right. You play your flashlight to the left, and there is definitely a small-ish figure sprinting full bore away from you. Seems to be wearing a hoodie.
Please stop.
That does not. Are you through the door too at this point, Skibba?
Well, I'm standing at the door, right?
You're
Because
at the door, Bowser.
when he pies it, it's
Yeah.
not. We don't enter the door. When you pie it from the outside,
Yeah.
just so you can get up, see into the corner.
Well, you see nothing, so except for that person sprinting away.
Gotcha. Before we chase after him, we need to let's not get too far away from Mary and Sean.
Yep. I agree.
What?
Bring them in here to us. I'll
Yeah, I
go
mean,
get-
this one running is as good as the last one closing the door and most likely running. So
all right, I'll go get Mary and Sean and.
Or
bring
maybe
them to
this
the
luring you
cafeteria.
into a false sense of security. Have you ever considered
That's
that?
that's what I've been saying, like, this entire damn freaking time. I don't know about you guys. That's what I've been saying the entire time.
it's small like a child. Sure, it's nothing bad.
Children are awful.
The worst.
They are the worst.
They're easier to knock down.
They're little grubby hands.
Wow, this is a 360 from Eliza. Eliza would be freaking running after this kid.
Right.
It's a bunch of Visco girls.
Well, he's dead.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, we'll circle back and get Sean.
Tonight's episode was sponsored by Hydro Flask. I
Well,
need
the
a
only
side
other-
ponytail.
The only other thing that we can think about doing here is trying to find the admin office, find some bus keys.
Yeah.
Most of those buses are parked at a depot generally.
Yep.
You know what else is
It's a
at
small
schools a lot of
school,
times?
Yeah,
What?
this is a small town.
Sheriffs. And their cars.
No, that's true.
That's
Think
true.
maybe there's one of those here?
That would have been the first thing
You see
loaded.
Shotgun in the
Yeah,
dash?
well, the parking lot is on the interior of the school from the street. So you haven't gotten a good look at that yet.
Alright, let's just continue clearing areas as we go, finding stuff.
So, you guys just played the flashlight on that corridor and then turn around and got the gals?
Well, he's
I think
staying at. I'm staying.
Someone's staying.
Yeah,
Someone's
Mike would
staying?
be staying.
Alright.
Bowser would be staying. At
For
the
no
door.
reason in particular, it is very important that you guys are very specific.
Yeah.
10-4. We're clear.
I thought you were going to ask me for a notice roll. I was like, well, it's over for me, guys.
No, I already gave you a notice roll.
Yeah.
You already got your notice roll. And everything was just fine. You noticed that kid running away. It's on a roll of a 0, you know? That's probably everything there was.
Yep.
My favorite part about this is that we have spent an hour and 4 minutes now, and you guys have advanced 2 rooms into a school due to your own indecision. I fucking
Well,
love it.
You're the one making creepy little noises.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And you got
You're making us
Child.
scared.
figures running around in hoodies.
I am offended. That's right, one. If they're in a hoodie, you know they're a criminal, right? I see
Yeah.
where you're going there. I see
Yes.
where you're going there.
Punks.
He had
No
an
one wears hoodies
Arizona iced
except
tea
for
and a bag of
criminals.
Skittles on him. He's just trying to go home. There's no home left.
All right, so I go get Sean and Mary and tell them to come into the cafeteria, and we'll try to loot this area. And
Yeah,
Kinda
there
stuff
are
up the door
some
down there.
giant cans of fruit, you know, USDA, pears,
Pudding.
peaches, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's the puddings.
I'll take one of
You
those.
like some golden grams?
Oh, I mean, when giant, I mean, I'm talking like, you know, it's a can. It's like a gallon of pears.
Is there a can opener?
Yeah, it's one of those table-mounted jobbers.
Oh.
Give me a notice roll.
I will wait for the others.
Anyone?
Let's-
Are they
Yeah,
are they
anyone.
here now?
Yeah, I
There
would say.
are more. Oh,
God.
Sean, your eyes are plucked out by ravens. So there are more cans of fruit opened here in and around the trash than would, you wouldn't serve these one day at school. Somebody's been living off these for a minute. That being
Yeah.
said, they have barely tapped into the supply.
Well, good. We just have to eliminate them, and we got plenty of food.
Yep, just kill the kid, no problem. Give it to Six Gun Mary. Tell him he's cut.
Sean, I need you to soccer kick one of these kids.
Right? Just goal!
Alright, I'm gonna like kind of look through the cafeterias through, like see if I can find anything like
Knife.
interesting, knives,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there are a couple of good chef knives and a paring knife for sure.
I'm
I
gonna
would
grab
like
one of them.
A single butcher knife, 2 chef knives, and a paring knife, to be specific.
Take a
All
chef
of which
knife.
do the same damage because it's Savage Worlds and it's strength plus D4, so.
I pick up a chef knife and I hold
Excellent.
it at ass.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you want to be able to parry.
I'm gonna take a chef's knife too.
None of them well sharpened, I'm afraid, but.
What? None of them are sharpened?
Well, I mean, they'll cut something, but they're not gonna, like, look at what it does to this paper. I mean, if you're trying to get thin tomato slices, use a different knife, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was a school knife.
Alright, so you say there's a
Sharpen
walk-in
it later.
freezer?
Yeah, there's a walk-in freezer.
Hey,
That's where the
Sean,
blood
tell me
trail
when you need a
goes.
Flashlight.
That is where the blood trail goes. What did you say there, Skibba?
I need Sean with her flashlight.
Yep. Oh, he is drunk. Shit. Uh-oh.
Yep.
I
Good
can
luck.
hand it over to you, Skibba, if you
Okay.
want it.
Yep, I'll take it. So,
I'm
I'll go to
just
the
I'm gonna
walk-in freezer.
be watching the door that we came from. That
The one you
goes
guys
out to
came
the
in?
hallway.
Alright,
Yeah.
excellent.
Is there another door apparent?
The
Out of
2
here.
there. There's there are like multiple doors into the cafeteria, right? But they all face that same hallway, And then there's the one door to the back kitchen. I imagine actually there is an emergency exit as well.
Well, where do we think that this kid ran, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Down a hallway through the back of the kitchen, back to the main corridor. It looked like a kind of place where people would wheel trash in between, buildings.
Okay.
okay.
One thing I haven't done yet, I tried the light switches on the wall in the kitchen.
Yeah, none of them.
See if electricity. Okay.
They did. It would be real dark in here if it weren't for the skylights,
Alright, then I'm gonna walk towards the freezer where the blood trail goes.
Yep.
Clearing we have cleared the kitchen. I mean, this is.
Yeah, the kitchen's, yeah.
Okay. Then I want to walk towards the door.
Yep.
Knock on it.
No sound, not that you would hear anything from a closed walk-in freezer if there was. I mean, that thing could be filled with. They could be having a rave in there,
Well, that's what I just want to see if there's I'm gonna use the lug wrench to kind of tap on the door. Really
nothing.
good bang.
Nope. But the bang does echo quite ominously throughout this quarter of the school. I mean, metal on metal, clang, 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 clang.
Yep. And I don't hear anything in response to it.
Nope.
I opened the freezer.
I am going to need a guts roll.
Oh god.
Oh.
Hold on, I think I get bonus to that.
Should have
That's fine.
unsolved mysteries. Yeah, no shit. It is a wave of stench that hit you. It's clear the freezer's been out for a while, and in addition, there is a nigh waist-high pile of corpses in there, all of which are in a state of liquefaction, kind of fused into one another. Just, you know.
Are they gonna become a monster?
Yeah, and they're currently
have-
fusing into a single. No, but I mean, like, the whole kitchen fills with the stench of it. Like, I mean, it wafts out there. It's rotting food. It's a pile of corpses. They were clearly
any
storing the
phosphorus?
people they had killed in there because, you know, it doesn't smell.
All right. The thing about the people that I want to notice inside this, are they all adults? Are there any children?
That is an interesting question. You're gonna have to, I mean, like, step into some goo to determine that. It's a tangled mess of rotted limbs, and, you know. Are some of them smaller than others, visibly? Yeah, a couple of them are. Are you, like, is that like an 8-year-old? No. Could they be a teen or an adult? Sure, you know. But it's hard to tell, genuinely. They're in that state of
But they've all
detail.
been brained.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Shut that up.
they're just getting rid of the bodies, storing them in a place where. Okay, I'm still game with it. Nothing particularly evil here yet.
And then you turn around and the flashlight plays across the wall for the first time, and it says fresh meat. No, it's.
Alright, but there's nothing in the freezer that looks of use. It's all just the corpses.
I mean, it is corpses and food that has been unrefrigerated for over 2 weeks. You know,
Gotcha.
like it's not a good scene. It's just maggots. You know, there is movement in there, but that's because there is a carpet of maggots.
Alright, I shut the door.
While we're waiting for Skiba to check in there, can I open like some of the cupboards, see what they have?
Are you trying to be door adjacent from the wafting corpse stench? Because that's a guts roll. That's if you're gonna be checking cupboards while this is going. I mean, it is foul.
No, like in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, kitchen, walk-in freezer. I mean, you're boop boop. You're right there, right there.
Okay.
Okay, just as a point of reference, when I do evictions, I have a rule. Nobody's allowed to touch the refrigerator while I'm in the building.
Yeah, no, it's
because of that. It wafts all the way outside.
And it sticks on your clothes, man. I mean, it's something else. Like, it is something else.
I did the thing that I
is
knew.
Good protein they're missing. Wound cleaning. Just keep a handful of maggots all the time.
My plan was to check that while he was opening that, because I wouldn't know that.
Alright, well then give me a guts roll.
So,
Bring on the puke.
No, she's good. Smell hits her,
I
but
live on a
washes
farm.
over her.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
She has a deep freezer full of dead bodies.
All right, she did spend like 2 weeks on the ocean with us.
Right.
And that smell has got to be, comparable.
Maggot pate, fried maggot. You can broil maggot, maggot fricassee. Hell, you get yourself one of them paella pans. You can get yourself some maggot paella.
All right, so I go back over to Mike. I'm like, all right, so we've got some food here.
Go on. Maggot paella was a line in the sand from Mary.
What are we hoping to get out of this school? Are we looking for shelter? Are we looking to just move in and out? Because we can just steal this food, go back out, and run.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the
I think
best
at most each of you could carry 2 big ass cans of fruit, and that is, that is 10 pounds of fruit on each.
We've got shopping cart Mary. We're fine.
Yeah, until Mary's 50 pounds of fruit. I guess the zombies can't get to her because she's just covered in USDA grade C pears.
That's when we just find the downhill and we use her like a skateboard.
Yeah.
We got all the weight, just coast.
No, that's not.
Speaking
how.
of the undead, that car alarm stopped. You guys could always faintly hear it, but it's done.
I wanted to. Can I check in like the cupboards to see if there's like crackers or cookies or?
I'm not sure they would have cookies or crackers. It's like a food preparation. There are food ingredients, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they usually for sides, kids will have like crackers with soup, or they'll have like a PB and J, like the
crackers. Yeah.
Uncrustables, or
A jar of peanut butter would be great.
There are a fuck ton of stale saltines, but there is no peanut butter. Come on, nut allergies, guys. Come on.
Oh yeah.
True.
Fucking kids.
Right? But while you guys are calculating here,
everything
as to your
in
next
here is
move,
gluten free too.
we're gonna start because that would
Good.
be good for Bowser. None of it is
Yeah.
gluten free. It's all riddled with gluten. It
Okay.
has so
The
much
fruit does
fucking
not have
wheat
gluten.
protein. No, they inject this with its extra glutinous. But we are
I
going
pick
to
up the
take
cans and I stab them all.
our
throw
mid-show
'em around
break
the room.
because I swear to you, something's about to happen, and
Yeah.
they're not gonna like it at all. Well, no, they're gonna like it because it's like, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna
We're
be
having
children
fun
of
here.
the corn. That's what's
Every
gonna happen.
man,
I
why
call it
with the
now.
children of the corn stuff? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Jebediah.
we'll be back.
And Jebediah and Ezekiel.
How posh is this school, Will?
It's fairly posh. It's a new building. Welcome, Godmo. Thank you for the raid. We love you guys. You
I think-
complete us. Oh, and
I don't need to
raided
keep-
us during the break even. That's too... Man, you guys... Hey, Straycast. We like you. But... So we find ourselves here, right? In the school's cafeteria. We just found the freezer full of corpses. It's, god-awful. But, there is a ton of canned fruit. And people are clearly here. There have been signs of habitation, some limited organization. People have been living off the supplies here.
Children.
That's the assumption. Somebody in a hoodie ran away with a slight build.
Hoodlums. Tell you hoodlums.
Right.
Yeah. So in the kitchen, we are going to take some fruits.
Welcome, Lone Wolf.
So 2 gallons or...
Yeah, I can throw one in the backpack and then I'm pretty tapped out.
Yeah, you were definitely tapped out.
So I'll carry one if somebody else wants to.
Yeah, one of the things I absolutely want to find here is get my own backpack.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard if you search enough lockers. I'm sure you'll come across a JanSport. Kids still wear Jan. I'm dating myself there.
Hello, kitty.
You find a locker filled with Jenko jeans and Sublime albums. Green Day's Dookie plays over the loudspeaker. No, I mean...
No.
Man.
So this situation kind of reminds me of the South Park episode where the kids take over the town and
Yes.
the adults show up, you know?
I don't know why you guys think Children of the Corn immediately.
It's too good of a trope. I'm just saying.
Yeah. From the before time.
From the long ago. It's
Yeah, long
it's
ago.
been 3 weeks ago. They've got tribal cave art up. Yeah, I know for sure. Yeah. The
But-
tall folk came. Yeah, I'm feeling it. They're all
But
eating
we-
canned dog
Man.
food.
We raided the larder, and I think we're gonna hit the gym.
Yeah, going to the gym. So going back out the entrance you came through, across the hallway, and into the gymnasium.
Yeah, stealth into the gym again.
Stealth into the gym. So this is a group stealth roll. So we are going to take an aggregate of everybody's stealth. Let's get stealth rolls from everybody.
That's 2 successes.
That's 2 successes. Yeah. Well,
There's
a
one.
success.
There we go.
Yay!
We're good.
Yay!
Yay!
You guys stealthily across the hallway and are now in the gymnasium. It has a cowboy with 2 6-shooters on the floor. Looks like a modern gym. All the bleachers are collapsed against the wall with the exception of one, which is pulled out.
We should just smash
Very
that one
dark in here. There is 1 row of windows along the top of the wall, along the bleacher side.
in. So, are there doors on the upper floor where a storage room would be?
No, nothing like that. There are 2 separate doors that appear to lead into the respective locker rooms on the far side of the gym from the entrance, but then just the bleachers, yeah. No, there's
I think
no
we're
like
kinda-
grandstand or anything like that. This is like the basketball court, you know.
Well, I'm kind of looking for a equipment storage room.
Storage, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
probably
a weight
down in the
room.
lockers, you know.
Oh joy! So I want to clear the bleachers that's standing out.
You're going to
well-
describe to me the manner in which you are going to clear the bleachers that are pulled out from the wall, casting deep and dark shadows that
Just sneak up on them and smash
I
them
will
close, dude.
walk across.
just smash them shut. That'll be super quiet. Mhm.
A, I'm not gonna be that stealthy because I have a flashlight
Yeah.
and I'm going to be pointing it.
Yep.
Is there a
Right,
stage?
Huh?
Is there
No,
a stage?
no, this is just
Okay.
there's an auditorium, but this is not that. No, this is just a basketball court, you know. It's like where
Okay.
kids would run laps around hardwood floor, 2 hoops on either end, the pull-out bleachers, locker rooms.
So I want to
Gotcha.
walk towards the open bleacher section at
Yeah.
a perpendicular angle.
It is the one
So-
closest to the hallway, right next to what is the girls' locker room.
Oh, I can finally go in there.
But I want to
Yeah,
look
wow.
under the bleachers. If it's one of those, you can actually like.
Yeah,
get
no, you
behind.
can play the flashlight. There's enough space that people could squeeze under it. You know, you remember when I don't know if you guys ever fucked around in school like that, but you run behind the bleachers.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's one of
that's what I
those.
was. That's what I was thinking. All right, and I don't see anything behind or underneath.
There is a lump of something way back at the far end, like a bunch of
Smash it
cloth.
closed. Smash it closed.
Yes.
I knock on the.
Squish those motherfuckers. Oh no, they're children.
I knock on the bleachers. I say, "Hey, come on out. We're not here to hurt you."
No movement, no nothing.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
So if it's on the back side, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, like, what you're describing. Is it along the wall, or is it like on the
No,
other side
it
of the
is
bleachers?
towards the front of the bleachers, right? Just under like the second step up, right? Like if it was somebody, they would have crawled back there, but you don't see any skin. It's just a bunch of fabric, you know?
Maybe it's where he's sleeping, like a little sleeping nest.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
is
try
anybody looking at the
something.
top of the bleachers to see if the stairs go up to something?
Yeah, we did check that.
No, they did. I mean, it's just you know, the bleachers lead up to the wall. There's some pennants up there. They apparently were pretty good at volleyball.
I'm whoever's next to me. I'm gonna be like, well, if they're kids, maybe should I sing Baby Shark or something? Kids love Baby Shark. I mean,
These are high schoolers, Mary.
they can't resist.
You gotta sing like
Heartback, arm stealer, heartback.
whatever the boy band of the day is.
Gotta sing some Post Malone or something.
Alright,
Isn't
so
that?
I
Don't you
wave-
just go money?
Yeah. Do some mumble rap. That'll get them to come out.
More funny, right?
I was like, "Hey Bowser, there's
We're
something on the
losing
other
viewers.
side of
We're
these
insulting the
bleachers.
kids.
I'll stay here if you want to circle around, or if you want to stay here, I'll circle around."
Yeah, let's take door number 2. Or 3. We could just close these bleachers and whatever's down there will have to get the wall.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
They'll move and then we'll know that we can stop.
I like that everything is a fucking landmine here. I have described a fucking pile of rags.
It's your sound effects, Will.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. Well, and you guys have played enough with me to know
a
that.
pile of rags in the dark.
Yeah,
You know,
it is a pile of
Yeah.
rags in the dark behind the only
Oh,
open
that
section
would
of
be
It's a
bleacher
little-
in an abandoned
Harlequin
gymnasium.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little baby, and you're gonna be smashing it in the dark.
What? So first of all, how would a baby get in here?
Have you been to high school, Will?
That's true. That's
Teen
true.
mom.
Never mind. Never mind. Teen mom. Oh God.
No, I will stay ready to send these bleachers into the wall,
Right.
and you
mhm.
can walk around and
All right,
look at
I'll
it.
walk around to the other side to see
I-
what this.
I will
Clothing
help
is.
with Bowser at pushing things in because it's great to ram a chair and just shove it.
There
in.
are a few
works
empty
great.
water bottles, right? A bunch of like it looks like somebody took down the drapes from a classroom or something and bundled them up here, right? And some snack wrappers.
All right, I spread it out.
Yeah. And then
Is
the
there
baby
anything
leaps
watered
out
up
at you.
in it?
Yeah.
No, no.
You now have lice. Congratulations.
All right. So if I feel pretty confident that there's nothing behind the bleachers.
Yes, except for
All
somebody's
right.
bed.
All right.
See, we could have found out the same thing by smashing them.
That's true.
You just want to smash something.
I
He
do.
does. Man, we keep
He
losing
does.
Gibba tonight.
Closest locker room is going to be the girls.
Yep, the girls from the open half. Yeah,
When it zooms in like that, is when you gotta give the one-liner.
it's
Yeah.
true. Boom.
I like to smash. Girls' locker room. Skip.
We're going to the girls' locker room.
Girls locker room.
I see no reason.
No reason to go. Yeah, I mean, there's not gonna be anything in there, right?
Yeah.
No, see if they have feminine hygiene products. That'd be really nice. Please and thank you.
Yeah, we could seal bullet wounds with.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
What else would we need those for?
I can't think of anything.
I got nothing. All right. I will pie the door on that one, I guess, with the light.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna stay outside and watch.
there are 3 steps leading down from the gymnasium onto the concrete floor of a locker room. It's gray concrete. There are several athletic lockers with last names taped onto them. A couple of benches, and then a dark shower area. There are no windows in this area, and the only
Fuck
source
no.
of light is, in fact, the play of your flashlight.
Well, I'm going to go all over the room with it and
Mhm.
not see anything.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Skibbs,
All right.
please
I was-
help.
I was about to say, I think I need to leave the flashlight with Sean, but if
I
just
have one
stay-
myself.
Oh, okay. I thought there was only 2.
I have my phone, and I have been using that on and off sparingly. So I have one just in case.
Okay, then I'll work opposite wall of Bowser.
I turn around and walk back out.
Guys!
The band is playing some deep, ominous music. I don't like it.
So, there is very limited visibility, but no signs of motion or anything. There is a drip coming from the shower area, but other than that, it is dead and still.
I'm gonna pop lockers if they're not locked.
Some of them have combination locks on them. A couple of them do not. One of them contains a towel and a girl's outfit, lady deodorant, right? The other one has one of those lacrosse sticks in it. And a
I will grab
lacrosse
the
face
deodorant.
mask.
And the face one.
Yeah, it is lady velvet, It's it leaves you silky. It's strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman,
It's a gift for the.
I'm about to say,
Right.
I have a hitchhiker moment and just decide, you know what? I can't live without a towel.
Right.
I grab one of the towels.
Who
Yeah.
could live without a towel?
So I will give the face mask and.
I'm watching. Fuck is that?
If you think I'm going in that shower, you are.
I'll check.
All right,
Are the
so
are the showers like doors or?
there is a swing door, right, that leads into the shower, right, almost like a saloon door, right, and then a row of stalls, right, that lead to the left there. So the shower area is separated. It's not like full visibility blocked, It's just like a little, preserve the girl's modesty door.
Gotcha. All right.
Where did that door opening hat come from?
That's an interesting question, isn't it? I mean, y'all tucked up back here in the corridor. It came from somewhere behind you guys.
I'm trying to watch if I can.
Wait, behind us, as in like in the school way between like.
In the school, like gymnasium, somewhere back there. Yeah.
Okay, we're watching that door. Or
Okay,
at least I am.
fantastic. Good. That's excellent. But you have a flashlight on it?
Yes.
Good. Has it been there the whole time?
Yes.
Excellent. So your attention has been fixated this whole time on the door you guys came in from the school. I just want this to be absolutely abundantly stated.
I'm scanning the area.
Alright, we're scanning the area now. Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird because we were so specific a moment ago.
God.
Well, when I say
Y'all.
watching, I guess just like I'm watching the area.
They have 4 eyes, so
So-
they can see
I'm
4 different
hanging
places.
out in the girls' shower.
I'm doing my
Yeah,
ADD,
Bowser and
but-
Skibbo.
Give me a
Like-
notice roll, Sean.
Alright.
Sean.
You're very fortunate.
Oh wow. Okay. Thank God.
So you play the flashlight beam, right, to the door, right, sweep it across the gymnasium, right, play it back to the door, sweep it across the gymnasium, and when you sweep it back, you see the top of a hockey stick tuck back in real quick into the extended section of the bleachers.
So they were hiding there. We didn't see them.
No, we heard a door.
Oh, I guess you. Okay, well I'm not moving, so I'm staying where I'm at. You know,
Mm-hmm.
in I guess the doorway of the girls' locker room. But
I'm coming back out.
yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of wanna.
Well, hold on, Mike. I had to clear the.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
he's
right.
coming back out. He said he's coming back out, so you're clearing the showers down there by yourself, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, apparently.
All
I
right,
told you
all
I
the
was.
way in the bowels of the locker room, down the 3 steps, by himself. So you swing open the half door then, and are playing the flashlight against the
I do.
towels and sink
have-
area, and then the stalls. There are 4 separate stalls. Each one appears
Yep.
to have 2 shower heads in it.
And I'm gonna be tapping the lug wrench on the wall. Like, come on, just show yourself.
Tink, 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 tink. Are you clearing the first stall?
I will.
Describe it to me.
The way I clear a building is from opposite wall, pieing it.
Yep. First stall is vacant.
And are these stalls on like opposite ends?
All on the
of-
same wall. You have a little walk-in corridor, 4 distinct stalls, all a little tile, built up shower heads on there.
Then I will be walking along the wall and pushing open the doors for the stalls.
Tink, 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 tink. Second stall, nothing in there.
I don't like this. Oh
It's the
no.
music. It's the music. That's
It's
the
the
only.
music.
Third stall,
Third stall.
tink, 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 tink. Open the door, nothing in there.
All right, can I see under the door at all? Is there any?
Yeah, why would you be doing that on the 4th door? Now, all of a sudden, we come up with this plan now.
Yes.
Tink, 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 tink. You, peer under the door. Give me a notice roll.
Goat legs. Just standing there.
That's true. 2
Oh,
hooved legs.
Alright, don't see nothing.
The individual in the 4th stall comes erupting out through the door, full bore, and gets the drop on you. So they're gonna get a +4 on their strength roll to grapple you. So, a person in football pads, football helmet, wearing on the exterior of their outfit has leapt out of the right, and is attempting to tackle you here. So, D4 plus 4, so 8 was their strength roll.
So I roll strength.
Yep, give me a strength roll. An opposed roll. Oh yeah, they got the drop on you, man. So they football plow you into the far wall. You lose your footing, hit the wall, right? Are on your back, and they are attempting to sprint out of the locker room now.
I'm
Mike, watch your back.
Yeah. I'm sure I heard that.
Oh yeah, you heard that. Yeah, no, especially since this person went "Ah!" when they did it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I also said, Mike, watch your back. Dude, don't run.
Feminine
Sean?
or masculine?
Hard to tell. Terrified, probably, is what you got out of that. Yeah. You know when a guy gets so scared sometimes, or
Gets a little high pitched.
yeah, right. You know, it was a full-on like, here we go kind of deal. Sean,
Yeah.
you can see the hockey stick again.
Okay. I'm gonna nudge
Are you
Mary.
telling me
and
anything about
point
this?
it. Yeah, I'm nudging you
Okay.
and just pointing at it. Yeah. But
Good.
kind of finger on mouth, like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give a look like we can't take them. Why don't we make friends?
Oh, we can take
I
them.
don't.
They're just kids.
Look, we don't mean any harm, jackasses.
I mean, if he's got a hockey stick, I don't think he's got a gun or something. So.
We're in the same boat. We don't want to be here. We'll be out of your hair in like 2 minutes.
You've entered the kingdom of no. Like,
Come on! I knew it was coming.
A pair of eyes kind of furtively glance over the bleacher step, and then duck back down behind. You need to
Look, we're
leave.
serious.
How old does the voice sound?
Understand that.
Female, hard to tell. It had a little vocal fry though. Like, you need to leave? I'm sorry, even when I'm angry, my inflection ends with a question?
Look,
Can y'all go?
Yeah, it's like time to get out of here because you're so over.
look,
The reign of
we
adults has ended.
don't mean any harm. We have a sheriff with us.
There's no such thing as a sheriff anymore. You need to leave. You're not welcome here. This is our place.
I understand and I can appreciate that. We have information that might help you.
At this point, I imagine
I'm gonna look at
Bowser
Mary and
has
be like,
come down the
"What?"
stairs again, and you see Football Boy sprinting straight at you. Shoulder pads, football helmet. Oh my, well that will not do it.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a glancing blow off the helmet, and we're gonna do opposed strength rolls yet again. But he doesn't have the drop, so. But he rolled like shit. Yeah, he did.
Little punk ass.
Holy shit. So, yeah,
This must
describe
be-
the way in which you whip his ass to the floor. Like,
So I swing the pipe, but I'm a little bit off because it's
Yeah.
dark. So I just tap the helmet, which throws him a little off balance. And then as my arm's coming around, I catch him with an elbow
yeah.
up under and just slam him down to the ground.
Oh, yeah, he hits the ground hard, completely knocked off balance, and has the wind taken out of him, definitely. Trying to scramble, but in that way, you know, you get the wind knocked
How
out of
far
you, you're
behind
useless
am I?
for
Class of
seconds.
03, bitch.
You would have gotten... Alumni, motherfucker! So you've gotten up at this point, and you're probably about 10 feet behind in the locker room, kind of got your footing running over when Bowser here just body checks old boy. The gal outside hears the commotion and says, "What are you doing to Devin?"
We're not doing anything. He ran at us.
And she runs
don't
at
know
you, wielding the hockey stick. Ah! And she is, I guess Sean was closer. Right? So she is going to attempt a fighting roll against Sean. And I need to look at Sean's parry here real quick. Sean
At the
has a
yelling.
parry of 2.
Yeah, at the yelling, I'll tell Mike that
Hey.
I've got this one. You go.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running
Oh,
that way.
shit. That's a 4, so that is another 4. So that is a 2. Yeah, that's a hit with a raise. Which is strength plus d4, but it is a teenage girl, so it is 4 plus d4. And then a d6 on top of this. So that is 4 points total. And oh my gosh, she actually hits you and shakes you with the hockey stick.
Wow.
Swings out, you go, wait, and catches you on the side of the head with it.
What the hell?
Fuck.
You leave Devin alone! And now we're in official. We're gonna roll initiative here. Oh, no sprinters here. Well, you know what? No, we're not gonna roll initiative, because I don't think this requires it yet. Mikes, what are you doing to Devin?
So he's got Devin, and I'm running out at the noise.
I've got
Yeah.
Devin. I've got him in the armbar.
You
like,
came
what?
outside just in time to watch Sean get whacked across the head with a hockey stick, which is not a terribly efficacious weapon, despite its frequent use. And
Yeah.
I mean, they're light, you know. Did shake you, it
Well,
rang
give
your
me a
bell
nice
a little.
Swap. Yeah.
And it's being wielded by a girl who couldn't weigh 130 pounds, like soaking wet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bull rush over.
Yeah. Are you? You're,
Nice.
yeah. Are you gonna
I'm
try
just
and?
knocking it down.
Yeah, you're gonna knock the wind out of her too. You're just like, fuck you, kids. Boom.
Well, you know, you fight the kid. They're armed.
Snatch her by her weave. Start
Yeah,
whipping
you
her
know,
head
just-
around. Yeah.
You push them, and they're small.
She sees you come running out with the, tire iron, and goes, "Oh my God, what did you do to Devin?" And then
He's
you
got nothing, we're just
plow
trying to
into her.
talk.
So let's see what the.
Just forearms,
Yep.
try to
mhm.
knock her down. She's
Body
probably
check.
like a
Oh yeah,
brick
no,
wall.
she failed. Yeah, no, she goes
Oh.
flying back, skids across the floor. Hockey stick us flay. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
welcome,
gonna go and
Coaster.
grab
Thank you
that.
for the follow. Stick around for the free sub drawing at the end of the show.
Hey.
I
Yeah,
see
so-
Sean wiping blood away from her mouth. I'm gonna
Oh, she got blood. I didn't say bloody. I mean, she caught one inside the temple a little. Got her bell rung, but yeah, now her lips busted open canonically.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Mike.
go and grab that hockey stick.
Yeah, no.
You
She's
two,
crying.
We don't mean any harm. Why did you attack us?
The guy, Skibba, have you been watching the guy that was knocked down?
I had him in an armbar.
Oh,
Like,
oh shit! All right, yeah, yeah. No, he's definitely, yeah. His armbar.
I've got joint manipulation at this point.
That's right. All right.
I'm standing him back up on his feet.
You got this boy in football pads and the helmet in the armbar, bent over at the waist. He's now caught his breath and goes, "Don't hurt Devin."
We're not hurting anyone.
That's right. They're both named
Well,
Devin.
I'm like,
Devin.
Oh my goodness.
is there another Devin?
It's a cult
Oh my God!
of
It's
Devin.
a case of the Heathers.
God.
It's a case of the Heathers.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a guy and a girl. Guy in the football pads, girl with the hockey stick.
I'll walk him out to the gymnasium. It's like we're not here
We're
to hurt
trying
anybody.
to be nice.
He sees the girl on the ground crying, and he goes, "Devin!" And he struggles feebly against the armbar, trying to put on a real show of it, you know.
I'm just gonna tell her to stay on the ground.
She is sobbing, getting a little, I don't like to throw hysterical around, but
Teenage
I walk him over to her and let him go.
Yeah, he goes to comfort her and rips the helmet off and gives you guys that like tough guy scowl, like you didn't just knock the ever living shit out of him.
We wouldn't.
Did they
let
hurt you,
guys
Devin?
leave. Oh, Jesus.
Which
No.
one of you is Devin?
I'm alright. We're both Devin. We're the Devins.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Devin's
Oh,
look.
you're that couple.
Well, listen, Devin and Devin. I'm sorry that I had to do that to you, but you can't just attack people in the dark. And
You came into here and attacked us.
no, we
No.
came into here.
No,
We
Oh, we
announced
knew you guys
ourselves.
were troopers.
Troopers? What are you?
That's what they
That's
call
what they
the
call it.
hosts.
Oh. Yeah, we're alive. We have our brains intact, and we can
You
talk.
see the
like,
flashlights and
normal adults.
stuff?
Yeah, well, not everybody's good now.
Oh, I know that, but that doesn't
We
mean
know that for
everyone's
sure.
bad either.
Are you the only two that have been living in the school?
No, there are a few others.
There's a few others. Can we go?
How many's a few?
Listen,
A
we
few?
are not. We are not here to stay long.
No, and we need to get you guys out of here.
We're not going anywhere with you.
You don't have to come with us, but you need to
leave them
know.
to sleep here.
I can't just leave kids here.
Are you
Look.
okay, Devin?
They've left here. They've lived here for 3
survived.
weeks. I think
Don't
they've
worry, I'll
got-
protect you.
What do you think the biker gang's gonna do
Oh yeah,
Recruit.
that's true. How old is this girl?
the
15,
kids, yeah.
16, 17, somewhere in there, you know?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get her up out of here.
to? Yeah.
How old's the
Same
Good
age
boy.
bracket.
Okay.
You get the feeling that they are not associated on account of the crisis, that this was a pre-extant thing. You don't go, oh, there's zombies everywhere, we call ourselves the Devons, you know?
No,
If I were there, I would assume they were
Wait
boyfriend and
for
girlfriend that
zombie
then took safety in the school when everything went to shit because it was a familiar environment, you know?
are there any adults here with
Left.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's go talk to them.
Let's get a group together.
You can't talk to Mr. Wakefield right now.
Why?
Why?
He was hungry, so he's out gathering food.
Okay.
It's
we
just
need-
us,
you guys are-
Samantha, and Baxter.
Can we go
Right, well,
talk to your friends?
I'm Deputy Skibba.
There aren't any
The sheriff's
deputies
office.
anymore, mister.
Well, I'm trying, but I want to let you know that there is a group of people trying to clear out the town. And
They're not nice.
They are not nice.
We've seen plenty of not nice people.
Well,
They
these people
captured
have
some
no-
of our friends.
They have guns.
Who is this adult to you?
He was the science teacher. He is the science teacher.
What's his name again?
Okay.
Mr. Wakefield.
Wakefield, the science teacher. Okay.
All right, so he's out of. Is he the only adult?
That we've seen for a while now, yeah. That wasn't a drooper.
Okay.
Understood.
Well,
None of your friends are gonna jump out
Oh,
and
I
hit us
wonder
with
if he
hockey
was the
sticks or
Humvee.
No, we're the combat wing.
Okay.
Does Mr. Wakefield drive a Humvee?
No,
no.
he drove a
Well, he
Prius.
You know anybody in town that drives a Humvee?
No. There's a National Guard outpost outside of town about 10 miles, but
Oh. Okay. Well, look. My name's Mary.
we're the
And,
Devons.
We're the
Hi,
mics.
Devins.
We're the
We have a
mics.
set of mics. Okay.
So what do you guys want from us then?
We don't want anything. We want to. We're trying to get our way
Backpack.
out of here too.
We did help ourselves to a couple of gallons of peaches.
That's right, I'm sick of peaches.
Good. We
I
want.
wouldn't eat too many at once, they give you the runs.
Well,
Good to know.
look, all of us here, we're on the side of the living, the side of the dead. And we're not here to.
To
you
what,
know,
knock us out? Take our food?
No.
We're here
We We didn't even know that you were
like
here.
everybody else. But I am here to help people if I can.
And it's
So
better
if
to
you
have
want help,
numbers.
we will give it. If you don't want help, then
Do you think
Be
we
gone.
should introduce
we need
them
some
to
basic
Baxter and
supplies.
Samantha? What about the last group that was through here? They didn't know anything. These people are different.
I can help if someone's hurt. I can help take care of people.
There is somebody hurt. But we don't know anything about medicine, really.
Well, I do.
You could go to the nurse's office and sort through the supplies there, maybe.
Yeah, it would be great to be able to go there. We don't know our way here.
Do you want to go with us?
No.
Is there something in the nurse's office that?
Is there
I
something
mean,
you're
medical
not telling
supplies.
us? What else?
Is there a trooper in the medical office?
No, we've taken care of all of them.
Okay. There's something
They're
you're
not very
telling
smart.
us?
No, they're
Well,
not.
we want to help you. Like, you gotta be fully honest with us here, because, you know?
All the windows are knocked out of the nurse's office, so we have it barricaded with some sheet metal.
Okay, that's something.
Alright.
Oh, random question.
Yeah.
Are any of these kids wearing a hoodie? Or the girl at least?
Neither of them.
Okay.
We saw a kid with a hoodie on.
That was probably Samantha.
Samantha?
She's kind of a
Take us to
loner.
go to- I get that. I was the loner in high school too.
I can see that.
Yep.
Whoa.
What does
Why
that
don't you?
I mean, they're teenagers. What do you want? I mean, you know, they're gonna be dicks.
Oh yeah.
Come
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a perfectly refined adult social filter. Yeah. No, and the Devin's still trying to save face a little there, you know.
Look,
I hold out my hand. Try to see if Devin will stand up with it.
The guy Devin stands up and then helps the lady Devin up,
All right.
dramatically
let's go.
turning his back to you to do so, you know.
Is he a drama kid?
They
Or
don't
jock?
need your help,
Okay.
you know, is what he's trying to show. You know, he's been, so like, if I was there getting the read off this kid, I'd be like, alright, he's king of the castle here, he's taking his stab at adulthood, he's gotta
Yeah,
protect his women, you
totally.
know, it's an ego trip for him. That was just shattered, like, boop, you know, and so he, you know, his whole, like, you know, his fantasy here has been dispelled somewhat, and he's trying to save face, you know.
All right. Well, I put I walk up next to him, put my arm around his shoulder, and start walking him towards the front door where we came in, and said, "Why don't you just show us where the nurse's station is?" And I don't let him pull away.
We can go there after you meet the others.
Okay, let's meet the others. Will you promise to have them not attack us?
Again,
Can
we're
you attack-
the combat wing. They're not really. You'll see.
I understand. Can you? Okay. Are they troopers? Are they not?
What? No, they're what? No, we don't hang out with
Right.
you.
Okay, I've seen some weird stuff. So,
Yeah, we've been around these couple of weeks, kids.
so let's go. All right.
Yeah. So they lead you to the classroom, whose door closed down the main hallway. Right, confidently striding through the darkness of the T corridor, unimpeded, not even checking corners. You know, with a ballsiness. As you guys exit the gym. Any of you gonna take a peek out the window slats to the exterior from the entrance you found your way in?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, alright.
Checking on that zombie horde.
Yeah, probably 25 or 30 of them milling just aimlessly about, directionless.
Makes sense.
They seem to be, like, dispersing from the sound of the car alarm, each one kind of following another as they bounce off of no rhyme or reason to it. But were that door to open, or were you to clang, clang, you know? Yeah.
Was there any way for us to barricade that door we came through?
Not immediately
Like,
apparent,
put
and
a
certainly not
handle-
silently.
Mm,
Oh, like the door lock apparatus or the chains or whatever? No.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
When do you expect
I
Mr.
have zip
Wakefield?
ties. Might be able, if it's a double door, to put a zip tie.
I don't know about the closing mechanism on that, you know, because it pushes out, right? For the fire thing, they can't open in, right? And I'm not sure a zip tie between the two push bars would really... I mean, there is a central beam in the door there, but I'm not sure that would do it.
Especially if they yanked hard
zip tie
enough,
would have
they'd
to be
break it.
huge.
So.
I think you just
Yeah,
lock
I
those with an
One
Allen
big
key,
zip tie.
actually, don't you? I mean, you
Yeah.
push the bar and twist the Allen key and then it locks, but... At any rate, nothing immediately apparent to barricade the door, but that being said, they would have to grab the handle, pull it open, and then walk in. That's a lot of dexterity for one of the normal
It
ones
would
in
have
the
to be a
very
smart
least.
one.
And it would have to have cause to do so in the first place. So maybe stop hitting your fucking Allen wrench against everything metal and introducing yourself. But that's, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Please, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
So
But yeah.
Devin, when do you expect Mr. Wakefield to return?
Baxter, wait.
Well, it's Mr. Wakefield's the teacher, and then there's Baxter and Samantha, the other two kids with them.
Oh.
And, we'll probably see him before dark.
Okay.
He doesn't ever venture too far.
That's a good idea, guys.
All right.
As long as he doesn't run into the biker gang over
No, I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay. Well.
So they lead you to the classroom, right? And they give, 2 knocks and a caw, caw,
Oh my
and
God.
open the door, right? Like, and the kid sitting on the other side with the baseball bat relaxes as they walk in, and then he notices you and tenses up again. Devin says, "It's cool, Baxter, it's cool." And, you know, Baxter immediately sets down the bat and picks up a cell phone and points it in your face and flips it back around to himself, and he says, "Day 17, our first encounter with other survivors," and puts it back in your face.
Oh, I like
He does
it.
know that there's a button to like switch the cameras, right?
But I mean, it's more dynamic for the audience if he hits the motion of the camera pan, you know?
Yeah, and
Let me
Baxter?
guess, you were on the newspaper, weren't you?
Hey, do any of you have any SD cards? He says, completely ignoring your question.
No.
I'm documenting the collapse of everything, and I'm running out of space. None of you have a smartphone?
No.
the
Not
big
that
question
I'm.
is, how are you charging that thing?
Yeah.
Man, with science knowledge, Mr. Wakefield came through.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm about to say, Mary, do you want to charge your phone while you're here?
I would love to.
Let's stay here. They got electricity and water.
We've
They
got
got
to get
showers.
Your daughter.
The girl in the hoodie hasn't even like really looked up. She's sitting in a desk in the corner in the darkness, just playing with a knife, cleaning her fingernails. Just trying to seem like too cool
like
for all of
her.
it, you know?
So we heard one of you was hurt.
Good morning, Samantha.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Mr. Wakefield.
Oh, Mr.
Hurt?
Wakefield's hurt.
What happened?
He got hurt a few days back, just out on a run, twisted his ankle, no big deal.
Okay, well,
Wait, he's out
Yeah, he goes for supplies, you know?
with the twisted ankle.
Well, yeah. I mean, we weren't gonna do it. I had to watch out for Devin. Baxter here can't stop Instagramming. Well, I mean, there isn't even an Instagram anymore, dude. I'm saving it for posterity. There is gonna be an Instagram one day, and when it hits, I'm gonna have the most views. You think anyone else is doing this? No, man. This is the real view of how it happened.
Is Sean still shaking from the hit?
Oh no,
Oh.
yeah, she's been well recovered.
Well, I'm Mary, and we have Mike Skippa and Mike Bowser, and that's Sean. And
We got Lanky, we got Tubbs, and we got Wheels.
so original.
Which one am I?
Man. Tubbs.
Okay, who am I?
Oh, and oh boy, Greg. I don't know. I'm out of names.
So the
And
Devin
boy,
said
girl. All right.
Well, so the Devin said that you guys hadn't really cleared. You had cleared the nurse's office, but that there might be medical supplies. Can we?
Oh
get
yeah,
some
there are
stuff to that?
definitely medical supplies in the nurse's office.
Who's talking? Is that Baxter?
That's Baxter.
Uh-huh.
None of the good shit though, you know what we're saying? Ha, you know what I'm saying? 420. Ah.
Poison.
I'm looking for some Adderall, Baxter. That's what.
Nah, bro, not here. Well, maybe in the locked cabinet, actually. Because some of the kids got their scripts dropped off. Bro, we didn't even think about that.
Hey, that's why the adults are here.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my stash.
We'll cut it with you.
We'll share. You guys wouldn't have thought of it if it wasn't for us.
You guys are just more mouths to feed, says the girl in the corner.
That's
Yeah,
why
but
we're
y'all
not
don't like
staying.
peaches.
More people to hunt.
Yeah,
Exactly,
we're not
more
staying.
people for the troopers to hunt.
I don't plan on staying here. We have something to do.
What are you planning on doing?
Well,
Preventing you
honestly,
guys from being murdered by a biker gang.
They wouldn't even come in here. There's like nothing.
you don't
They're
know.
after everything.
They came to an old farmhouse where we were staying.
Besides, there are like a ton of troopers out there. Good luck.
They have
They've got-
submachine guns.
Not just submachine guns. They've got machine guns.
Wait, do they have AR platforms? Because I like totally read that those are like dangerous.
They are carrying
Yes.
M16s, so yes.
Yes, they do.
So.
What do you think, Devins? Are these people like on the level? And then Devin, you know, the male Devin, chimes up, you know, kind of straightens his dark hair and says, I think we should stay here. They can spend the night, but they gotta go tomorrow. We don't have enough peaches for them.
No,
we're
and
not
You
staying.
said you didn't
for
like
another
them.
hour.
we're not planning on staying here. But here's the thing: these biker gangs, they like to hurt people, especially women. They're prejudiced against women.
And they have stupid names like hell.
I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
Biker
So,
gang.
my
Spider
question
King.
is, if you guys are gonna stay here, make sure you have a really, really good hiding spot.
We
And
totally
away
do.
with
Come
safety.
here
Do you have a way to escape?
and hide your food. Not in the
Hide
beach.
anything that could
Hide
seem
your wife,
important.
hide your kids.
Hide your husbands.
So like, you're telling us right now that you like let these bikers to us?
No.
No,
No, but they are outside of town.
they're outside of town. They have plans of
I mean, there's
coming
like a
into
lot
town.
of town.
Okay, well they plan on coming
Exactly.
into town and looting everything.
I mean, there are like 25 square blocks.
They have.
And there's about
looted-
25 guys, so they can.
We've
The
been in
area.
this town for about an hour, and guess what? This is the first place we made it to.
Yeah, you guys were creeping on the high school like immediately.
If we came upon it, what do you think 30 guys would come upon it? Just saying.
We'll like hide. It'll be fine.
They have guns.
whatever.
Okay. Hey, listen. Hide
You
as long
can
as you
make your
know.
own choices. You are that age.
But if you were trying to hide from us, you guys failed so
Literally.
bad.
Well, you caught us by surprise, says Devin. That won't happen again. Now we're ready.
that's not how this
Well,
works,
you
but-
were I mean, you poked holes in our defenses for sure, but now they're airtight.
I announced
Right.
myself in every room I went to.
Literally, you're not gonna do that. What was that?
My fuck.
Do you think this is Mr. Wakefield? No, you shouldn't be.
I'm gonna go and look at down the
I'm
hallway,
brandishing my club, ready
Yep.
to go.
Yeah.
and I'm like creeping in the door open and peeking through. I'm not opening wide open.
Yeah, so you're not swinging the door open and going, hello, my honey, hello, my baby. Yeah, no, alright, yeah. Nothing seems amiss.
Where did the door open come from?
Somewhere
Where'd it
in
go?
not the corridor you're on, but the intersection T corridor. If you had to guess, again, I mean, sound travels
What?
awkwardly.
What other doors do people go into? Sounded from the inside.
I mean, there's
What
like
doors?
a bunch of classrooms. It's a school.
Is
There's
there
2
anybody else?
stories.
Is there anybody else that you know of in this building?
No. It couldn't have been Mr. Wakefield, though.
Okay, where does Mr. Wakefield usually come in and out of?
The nurse's office? Through the
Well-
windows?
Okay, and where's the nurse's office?
I mean, it's down that T corridor towards the door noise you just heard.
Okay.
So it could very well be.
Oh, you little shit.
How does he make his presence known to you?
Is that knock?
Mostly, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious when he's here.
How is it obvious that he is? Oh my
I
God,
mean, the
kid.
same way it's obvious
Killing
when
me.
you're here.
Let's
Like,
Is there
there's a
okay.
anything
person?
he says? Or
Is
to
there
let
anything
you know
he
that
said? I
it's
mean, we
safe?
got the knock.
The knock. Okay, that's something we can work through. Okay, problem solving. Did
That's the knock.
Is that from outside the room?
No, that was him demonstrating the knock.
Does it look like they have any weapons, like, that I could take?
The girl has
Like
a knife.
bat?
The boy had a baseball bat. You have
Is it
acquired
aluminum or
the
wooden?
wooden.
Does it look like a baseball or a softball bat?
Baseball.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, we're going to the nurse's station.
you guys can come with us and see what
No.
we find?
No.
Cool. Let's go, guys.
Look, we're not here to hurt anybody. We're here.
Baby,
Just-
let's go.
We just. Okay. Just
What was
know.
the other kid's name? Brad?
Baxter.
Baxter?
Baxter. I want to talk to Baxter for a second, just kind of off to the side. I was like,
What's up, cop?
you recording for posterity?
Yeah, man.
Do you mind if I leave a note for my wife and kids in case I never make it out of here?
Nah, bro, hit it up.
Kathy, Nate, Lily, I'm trying to make it to you. If I don't see you, I love you. Take care.
Deep moment. Baxter Cam. Whoa. Cop's
Well-
last words to his wife and daughter. I'll make sure this gets on the Insta, my dude. Say, since you're a cop, did you happen to confiscate anything?
Sorry,
No.
dude. We've been sailing the high seas. Ain't
We'll
nothing
let
growing
you
out
know
there.
if we do. How about that?
We won't.
Now, don't open the door unless it's your teacher or us, okay? We'll give the knock, we'll do everything.
Oh, we plan on not opening the door, period. Y'all on your own.
Y'all should barricade the door while you're at it and leave, so.
I don't know, we need a little private space every now and then.
Cool.
Well,
Alright. So
Let's go.
Good
he'll
luck.
be in the
Nurse's station
nurse's
down
office
towards
if
the-
you guys want to leave. Other than that, nice to meet you.
Yeah, down the T section, there are no exterior doors on either one of the T section outlets. Each one terminates at a staircase that leads up. There are several rows of classrooms along the wall. One of them is the administrative front offices, the principal's office, nurse office. Also towards generally the sound where that door closing came from.
Through the time, I've been looking for a nice backpack.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely find a backpack in the corridor along the
Okay.
way. It's filled with books,
Alright.
but you can
Cool.
pop
I'm
them
gonna
out.
put it in my inventory.
yeah,
It's got a very old sandwich in it.
I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah,
I have absolutely been wanting to back.
yeah, all of you can get a standard high school kid-sized backpack. They all say JanSport on it. Because again, I am dating myself, and I'm
Is there
hoping for
one
that
that's
6 JanSport
space or
sponsorship.
tie-dye?
Need that sweet jam.
There has to
Mhm.
be like some One Direction or some BTS.
One of those Yoda-shaped
Oh my God.
backpacks. You got Yoda right on your back.
It's themed after a K-pop band that I literally could just B-Plow. See, I could look that up, and I'm sure that's a K. There's just so many of them. It's fucking yeah.
BTS. Yep.
And they're all, I can't tell if they're guys or girls. They all have the same haircut, and I kind of want to bang all of them. I just don't.
The girls always
Can't
wear
figure it out.
dresses and the boys wear pants.
Oh, is that
That's
what it
the
is?
same
Well,
shit.
sometimes she only gets
Yeah.
the neck up, and I'm like, you know,
Maybe.
I'll flip a coin there. Shit. All right, moving on.
Alright.
Yeah. So, true to their word, the nurse's office door is covered up with some sheet metal and some wood. It looks like somebody rigged a thing that is meant to be slid open and shut to block off the door, which has also been broken.
I don't like that.
You don't notice anything. Lots of light in there from the several broken windows that lead to the exterior. You can hear some shambling,
I want to make a notice.
but it's not coming from inside. It seems like it's coming from outside the building.
Wait,
That's
on our way there, I was looking for whoever came in through the door. The door closed?
Yeah, nothing. No sign of that.
No?
Nope.
Okay, well, there's somebody.
If you guys want to guard the hallway right here, or step inside the door.
I might need to see the meds to tell you what's important. As a note, but you guys, I'm fine watching until we get to it.
I'm pretty much going to.
I can watch.
One of the Devons
I can fit in the backpack.
is down the hallway looking at you guys from around the corner.
I'm gonna close the door so they can.
Well, you would have to lift this wooden sheet metal apparatus and then go through the broken door. Yeah.
Devin?
So there's no way to do
something
this
going on?
quietly.
Huh? Are you shouting that down the corridor at Devin, who's a full, like, 35, 40 feet away from you?
No, I was just, like, stage whispering.
He's just making sure that you get out of here, you know?
Okay. I'll keep watching him.
Not causing any troubles.
I'm gonna find the locked cabinet and see.
So, one of you is lifting the sheet metal and wood apparatus, and another one of you is going through. It is designed in such a way that somebody has to be holding it open.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
You you want to set it on the
I mean,
chair?
it's a security device, right? You need somebody to be lifting it to get somebody else
Because
through.
if someone lifts it, I can back in a little bit and have the chair.
Two
that
zombies
damage
aren't
the
going to
chair?
manage that in 100 years, you know? I wouldn't recommend it be
Should.
Mary due to the, you know, busted over door and all the debris. I'm not sure what your wheels are made out of, but there is a shit ton of broken glass in there.
It's just rubber. It's not like there's any air or anything.
Alright, well, I want to be the one to go into the room. So if somebody wants to hold it open for me.
I gave you a strength roll to lift it.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that gets it up. It does make a grinding noise despite the gradualness. It doesn't carry too terribly far. But yeah, you lift it up enough for him to duck under and get in there.
Alright. And you say it's pretty well lit from the outside?
Yeah, no, it's, you know, the beams of sunlight are coming in. You've been here about an hour now, 9:30 in the morning. Low angle, all the windows here are aligned with the morning sun. You're getting God
I
rays.
want to be careful where I step since you said there's a lot of glass.
Yep, tons.
I don't want
Give me a investigation roll.
Do you want someone to come in there and help you, Skibba?
to. Yeah, more the merrier.
Sure, I can duck in and.
Alright, you duck in as well. Also give me an investigation roll.
I have noticed. I don't have this.
Yeah, no. No, there is a lot of glass in here. You know what, I'll give it to you on a 3. It's not that big of an observation, even though it's technically a failure. These windows were all broken from the outside in. Clearly, glass pattern.
And how high up are the windows?
They are, you know, probably in between waist and chest high. Ground level.
Okay.
Where's cupboards at?
Are there any husks out there moving?
Not that you can see from your position in the door. You would have to, you know, walk over closer to the windows. You could do that without making yourself immediately visible, but you will also be walking across broken glass Die Hard style, which is a little crunchy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
If we
worth
use
it.
our
So it would be
shoes
a
to,
stealth roll
skip.
at a -1 to get across the floor without making noise.
Could we use our shoes to kind
I
of
mean,
sweep the
you
glass?
sweep enough glass into a pile, it doesn't matter how slowly you
It
do it,
still
you
makes
know.
noise.
It might be better to just like have one person turn toward the windows and have the other scoop and grab.
Are you
Style.
saying this through the hole that Mike is still now starting to labor a little to keep up?
Yes. And
Where's
if Mike
the,
looked like
medicine
he was
cabinet?
faltering, I would help with it.
So there is a little desk, a little sitting area with a bench, and then there's a room with an eye chart in it. Several cabinets against the wall, one of those little rudimentary lie-down beds and 2 cots. There are cabinets throughout the room.
A first aid kit would be good.
Yeah, I'm looking for the kit that has the big X or the lock on it, padlocked or something.
There is a locked metal cabinet at the back of the office, for sure. It's like a filing cabinet deal.
Hey, Sean, if you want to look through the filing cabinet or through the desk drawers, see if there's a key.
Sure. Yeah.
Nothing immediately apparent. Are either of you trying to get a gander out the window?
Keeping an eye on it.
So not going over to the broken glass, well around that, but also not getting line of sight out the window onto the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me notice rolls.
Just people in the nurse's office.
Just people in the nurse's office. Skipper, a pair of running footsteps across the roof.
We're on a 2-story building, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, this is a single-story protrusion, right? But there is a second story that comes up above where the classrooms are in the main hallway. You're off on the T section. I should have really drawn a map for this, but yeah, single story. Then where the main, both the entrances are. Then it's a 2-story, even a 3-story building in one patch there, but mostly one of those decorative 3rd-story deals.
I kind of everybody going towards the roof.
They were clearly going from one direction straight to the other.
But not towards our...
Not towards you guys generally at all, no.
Okay. So, as quietly as possible, we try to... I want to see how much of... how good this lock is, or how good the hinges are on this.
It would take a fair amount of jimmying. It's a pretty secure. It looks like I said filing. It's not a safe. It's not a filing cabinet. It's an in-between. It's a secure filing cabinet,
Wait, you said at first we didn't find it. If I keep looking, underneath or
there's no key immediately apparent. I imagine had there been one, Baxter would have found that already, In the assorted drawers of the place, you got the popsicle stick tongue depressors, you got gauze, you got a first aid kit with some antibiotic gel, some butterfly bandages.
Oh crap!
Definitely.
That stuff. Yeah,
Everything's being
throw
stuffed
that in my
into the
backpack.
backpack.
Nothing harder than Tylenol and ibuprofen immediately apparent. The good stuff is probably all,
In the locked
thing. And, it's not going to be like opiates or whatever. It's going to be kids' behavioral control
And you
drugs.
found the rubbing alcohol and the...
Yeah, no,
peroxide.
definitely. There's definitely some 50% rubbing alcohol. Hydrogen peroxide.
feminine hygiene products. I'm guessing they
Yeah.
have them in the nursing office.
But they're
Condoms.
pads.
Some of those. You horrific person.
Yeah, well,
Why?
it's the post-apocalypse. What do you want?
You can't run with
And it
pads.
was a high school nurse in rural, Carolinas. You get what you get.
Don't forget the free condoms, or those come from the guidance counselor.
I'm not even sure this is a free condom school, honestly.
It's an abstinence only school.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
It's the coast. It's not, not technically the Bible.
Don't give them advice, Drew. It's unsolicited.
I wanted to look for an AED. That was something too.
Give me a D10.
Okay.
The high school. I don't know on that. You were in a senior home or...
In
Well,
this
no,
day and age,
they're
no.
required to have
Yeah,
it.
probably. Probably, but give me a D10.
Almost
8 and up, there's an AED in here.
half of our patrol cars have them.
Hey,
Hey,
AED in here.
grabbing it.
We gotta shock some zone.
Alright, so once we clear this out, I was like, hey Sean, I'm going to try to get this padlock open, and it's going to be loud.
How?
Yeah, how pray tell?
I've got
Because
a
you
rope
have
wrench.
a wrench and a very, clang, clang, clang. You're gonna be there for
How
a
heavy
minute,
is this
drawer?
How heavy is it?
Oh, it's probably I don't know, what would be 70 pounds?
Because what if we could drag it into another room that's
Still
in the
loud.
middle of this?
Dragging her across the broken glass floor and get it through the little aperture that Mike is now at this point really struggling to keep open, while not having checked the
We could drop the
window.
door on the thing to make it open.
have I not described this? Are you guys not familiar with fireproof cabinets? It's
No.
it's not a safe all the way, right? But it
No,
is a
it's
secure.
And it's built into the wall, right?
No, it's like a
Oh.
2-drawer filing cabinet thing that
It has its own lock.
Yeah, it has its own lock. It has
Yeah.
it's almost cast iron. It's not like thick cast iron, but you know, like it's designed to
So if
not
you
be broken
pulled
into.
really freaking hard, you might be able to use it. Might. But or hairpin it up and try and pick it. That's the only other idea I have.
Have you
A
ever tried to pick a
hairpin?
lock with a bobby pin?
Yes.
It'd
Like,
be
or with a
on
pin and a
skills.
rake, like with actual lock picking tools, because it is fucking,
Well,
it is
I'm
rough.
trying to. Yeah. I mean, it's.
If you got
I
anything
laugh.
but a straight shot, like 3-cylinder lock, yeah, I mean, you're doomed. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Sproy923. We appreciate you. Hang out here for
Thank
the
you.
sub drawing here at the end of the episode. You getting close.
Alright, we need in this cabinet.
I mean, it's debatable if there's things in here that are even necessary, you know? You might get some Adderall,
thinking
you
for
might get some,
trade.
like, you know,
Antibiotics.
Benaflaxil, you know?
Well, this is the last thing that we need before we're out of this building. So
Do we really need it though?
Lift it and drop it as
Yeah.
hard as you can.
I mean, you guys could drag it out of here, make a good deal of noise, close the secure aperture, wander it up to the second story, and push it off the fucking balcony. I mean, that's an
not-
option. That ain't gonna be quiet,
So where
certainly.
else? We're in the administration office, right?
They are obsessed with this fucking cabinet, I know. What?
I know. It's like the chair in Critical Role. It's the fucking chair in Critical Role.
that chair, there's something up with that chair.
Okay. This seems stupid. We're taking too much time. And there
Yeah.
should be a pharmacy
Okay.
with.
Give me another
okay.
strength roll,
Even more.
Bowser.
I was
But
gonna
this time
help
at a
him if
-2.
he needed some help. I was gonna help lift.
Fucking
I got you.
iron.
Oh
man.
my
You
lord.
fine?
Jesus.
Got it, buddy. He puts a knee under it, and now it's resting on his, like, bent leg, and he doesn't have to upper body it so much.
Guys, we gotta hurry.
Alright, we're
Let's
leaving.
fucking go. Get out of here. Fuck
Yeah, it's
Mr.
good
Lake Health Insurance.
Alright,
Set out to
we
get
get
We're
out.
out.
Autobots roll out.
On my way out, I take a peek out the window.
Alright, well, give me a stealth roll at a -1.
Both of us?
No, if you're trying to take a peek, feel free to as well.
No, I'm not.
Crunch, crunch. One of your feet slides out from under you, scatters the glass. You look out the window as 3 husks spin and look towards your direction.
God damn
It would definitely take them a few rounds to clamber over, fall down, right themselves, and get back up. But yeah, they're alert. There's something in there.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, so just spitballing here, right? We know that the smiling ones, right? Like control the other ones, not through verbal keys, right? But seemingly through their, like, you know, minds, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a two-way street?
Oh, fuck. No, let's hope not.
That hasn't been established.
That has not been established, has it? No.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't think it's like that at all.
Why would it be? That would be ridiculous,
Alright,
right?
that's...
And besides, we're gonna drop this door and it's gonna...
Right, you're just fine, right? Both the Devons are now at the end of the corridor. The combat team's out again, you know?
Can I shine lights on their faces?
Yeah. They think it's totally rude, but yeah.
Their peoples?
Yeah, no, it's
They're
the
not
Devons.
zombies?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
Devons. He's still wearing football pads. She's still like 5'3" and
I'm
130
just
pounds.
making sure.
The Devons.
They're staring like ominous little things, like the.
They're not
twins in the
staring.
Shining.
They're curious and afraid, is what they are.
Okay,
Stupid fucks, yeah.
I'm gonna. Are you guys getting out of there finally?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, lady, Wheels.
Yes.
Did you say you knew medicine?
Yes.
Hey, can you come with us?
Why?
I think Mr. Whitfield might be hurt.
I can in a second. getting some gauze. Yes.
Yeah, are we out? Are we out yet?
Yeah, no, you can. I am assuming you are scrambling out of the nurse's
Yeah.
office as
Yeah.
Bowser is.
Yeah.
How are you? Are you setting it down or are you dropping it, Bowser?
I'll set it down.
Gently,
Oh.
gently.
Sets it down.
I will help
Excellent.
him if I need to.
It is set
Okay,
down.
got
The
it.
moaning of the husks has grown, though. They're clearly, some of them are converging on the open windows now.
I'm gonna wheel forward, going.
They're coming, aren't they?
Yeah.
If they get enough of them in there, that won't hold.
That's why you need to go with us.
We can't go
Come with
anywhere.
us.
We need.
Let's-
Will some of you go see if fucking Samantha and
Yes.
Basker are okay?
Why?
What?
Well, because now they're getting in here.
Okay,
Everything was
we'll go
fine until
check.
you guys showed up.
He's trying to split
Oh,
the
That
that's-
could happen any day, okay? We're gonna help you. So we're gonna go see. Come on.
together.
Together.
That's splitting. Party.
If you want Basker and Samantha to come, go tell them now.
I mean, they're not going. They just want you guys, the adults, the authority figures,
Yes.
right, to make sure their friends are okay at this
Yeah,
point. Because
we're gonna
you
go
made a
with-
bunch of noise.
We'll go.
The husks are
We're
coming
gonna go check.
in.
We will
Excellent.
check their.
Excellent. Yes, Baxter and Samantha are totally making out when you open the door.
Make room for Jesus. Come on.
Yeah. Abstinence is key.
Abstinence
We're gonna
is
go
key.
check on.
That's right. I need room for a Bible in between you.
We're gonna go check on Wakefield. There are
Oh,
troopers at the nurse's station. It's time to go.
It's not good. The last time that happened, there were issues.
uh-huh. That's why we're trying to tell you guys to get out of here. Because if
Just
it
gotta
happens
hang out
once,
here in
it's
the
gonna
classroom.
happen again.
There's time for face sucking later. Let's roll.
But,
You'd be
I mean,
surprised how interesting human relations can be when you're in danger. Trust me. Now let's go.
no.
We're gonna go check on your teacher, okay?
Okay, we're gonna hang out
The
here.
The
Be
Devons want to
quiet.
make sure you were okay. There are husks or troopers coming in through the nurse's office. They were doing that just as we got there. Okay, let's go.
So be quiet and lock the door.
Yeah, no problem. The Devons
This
are
is
in
your
there
last
too.
chance.
Yeah. No, we got it. They say. Yeah.
Alright, let's go check on this teacher.
Where's your teacher at?
He's in the chemistry lab.
Where is
Of
that?
course he is.
It is down the hallway, the other side of the T intersection. The only part of the school you haven't really explored on the ground floor yet.
Oh, by the way, I guess before we leave Devin, before he locks the door, I do let him know, beware of the grinning troopers.
Oh, Jesus. Yep.
They're actually intelligent and they move fast. They're not your
Yeah,
normal
bitches.
trooper.
They converse with each other.
Huh.
So
We haven't seen anything like that.
The more you
you
know.
will.
We've
already
two
seen
other
them
types of
visit.
zombies as well, or husks. God, I hate when I do this. If you,
Troopers.
we have knowledge.
Use their terminology.
And don't make any fucking babies. Alright?
Too late for
Avoid
that.
Oh, gosh.
Little Devin has little Devins on the way.
Well, I'm glad I knocked
No,
you
we're done
over.
with pregnant zombie babies for at least an episode, or are we? I forgot to mention the maternity ward of this high school.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, chemistry room. I am going to look at everyone one last time. We have a lot of information. Please come with us.
good. If you guys want to hang out and defend us from the, husks
Nope, we
that
good.
we're good.
you lured in here, that would be one thing. But you guys seem like more problems than you're worth.
Well, I gave you the option.
Screw that. Let's go.
Did you guys have whole mech here?
Yeah.
Where was that?
On the second story. But there
What
aren't like
side of that building?
ovens.
Yeah,
Towards
we
the
also
main
have
entrance that we
sewing.
barricaded.
Okay. There's also needle and thread. So
Hey,
Yes,
do you
there will be
guys
needle
have
and
any
thread.
car keys? You're high schoolers.
You cannot have my car.
Is there any extra car keys?
It's a 2008 Elantra that I earned myself. Thank you. My parents didn't even buy it.
Great for you.
all
He
right.
gets
Well,
a little
good
sad
luck.
at the mention of the parents, but
Well, I'll leave because these guys are freaking idiots.
It's a dead end. Let's just leave them alone. God,
Yeah.
You milked them for what they're worth.
I've
Leave
tried.
their teacher to
I
die
tried. That's all I did.
oh yeah, you just fuck you, Mr. Wakefield, did you?
Well, what if we go to the chemistry room? We can at least get supplies. I mean,
Yeah,
it's up to
or
you guys.
a
I'm
vial
not
of
fucking on.
acid in the
but-
face.
Right, Mr.
Yeah.
Wakefield just sitting there crouched.
They set up an ambush with the 20 other kids that they didn't tell us about.
Yeah, I'm fine just skedaddling, honestly.
Let's go
Wanna hit up
check
the
out
second
his
floor?
ankle.
You go into the chemistry lab in the darkest corridor of the school, furthest away from exit or light.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Because we're helpful.
No.
Because you're
I'm
good
not.
people.
We are good people.
For some reason.
This guy's a teacher. He's taking care of 4 kids that.
Yep.
You know,
So
Yeah,
let's
but
go
what
check
if
on
he's
him.
bit? Something with the
and then I will
ankle?
beat him to
Take care of
death
him.
with this tire iron that I got.
Okay.
Alright, what are we doing?
We were
Go.
going to the darkest, deepest recess of the
Yes,
high
yes,
school.
yes, let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's roll.
None of the doors are labeled. Give me a notice roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, back to normal.
Oh no.
Make my nipples so hard right now.
Hey, what's up?
Here we
Ah,
go.
Mary,
Fudge.
none of the children follow you.
Okay,
There's
let's
a
turn
reason
around.
for
Fuck
that.
this.
Fuck this shit, we're out.
Yeah, I'm turning around.
Is there moaning down the
No,
corridor?
there's no
Any,
moaning,
Any noise?
but there is the closing and locking of a sliding security gate behind you, cutting off the T intersection.
Well, those kids just sealed their fate.
Motherfuckers.
Better kill me, or I'm gonna have to beat up some teenagers.
The Devon in the football pads, not wearing the helmet, looks down at you with a kind of look of distant horror and says, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry."
Why?
And
Damn it.
runs.
Fuck.
You will be.
Why, little
Let's
shit?
get this open now.
No.
Come on. We have to
Wait,
get
which
it open.
way?
How are you
So
gonna
the
get
way
it open?
behind you,
Back.
sliding security gate, chained lock. Now we found out what they did with the chain and padlock, right? You have a dark corridor behind you, several
Why don't we
classrooms
get
on
one
either
of the
side,
pipes?
and then stairs
Pull
leading
it
up to the
against the
second
chain.
stairwell.
This is chain,
Yeah.
like chain link.
Because it's
Uh,
chained to
no,
something,
it's
you can
so
pull
it's
it
like
out.
that accordion fence. You know, it collapses, and the next thing, you know, like when they
Yeah,
close
but
down
what's-
a
what's
mall or
keeping it-
whatever.
Oh, I was wondering what's keeping it locked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a solid chain and a padlock. Yeah.
I mean, can't we just get one of our pipes under
Yeah, I
it?
mean, I'm about to say
and
my
pull?
lug wrench and a nice little twist
Okay.
and
That'll be super quiet. You're right. And take no time or effort at all.
Oh, it's gonna
Okay,
take
I'm gonna.
effort.
Oh,
While Skip is doing that, I wanna ask for the flashlight and just be watching the dark end of the corridor.
yeah, that's a great idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give me a notice roll.
Okay. So what did I miss in that 2 seconds of time?
She is playing her flashlight along the dark corridor.
Okay.
There is writing all up and down the walls
What does it say?
of the dark corridor. Hard to make out. You're at a really oblique angle to it. It's in a dark red ink.
Good.
Could be red paint.
Is it like thick or like a spray paint?
Why are
No,
we
it's
not
a little
opening the grate?
chunkier.
Why are we not opening the grate? We need
Yeah,
to
how
focus
hard it would be to
on
open
opening.
it.
Yeah, no, like
Y'all
literally,
are
I think you
opening
need
it.
to.
I'm watching
You
the
need to
back.
sit and think about. So you're applying this like lever against this chain and padlock, which is a fantastic idea. But we're talking
And
Skibba like.
twisting. And like
Twisting.
wrapping
Oh,
the
so
chain
you're trying to.
around.
I'm not sure. You know, for
Yeah.
the sake
Like a
of
pinwheel.
my devious and diabolical trap, there just isn't enough
Yep.
chain to, you know, get a loop going.
Oh.
It's
And depending on how
Okay.
thick the chain
Yeah.
is, you're never gonna break it with a pipe.
now. It seems like the
Oh.
only way would be forward past all this spooky blood writing, which is a
Yeah.
weird.
Wow.
I mean, who would,
Amazing
Wow.
how we have
What
to
is
go
that?
that direction. I wonder what the words are gonna say on the wall.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not time for that yet.
Yeah.
No, literally, that's not.
Literally.
This isn't the. Ooh.
All right, I'll go up and look at it.
Let's
What,
see what
what
the words say.
does it say?
Hungry.
Shine our flashlights.
Over
Hungry.
and over and over and over. And give me a notice roll, Sean. They all seem to coalesce, right? The words get larger and more chaotic and then more refined and smaller around one door in the side of the hallway, which has a blood-smeared name plaque in it. You guess the name?
Okay.
The fucking teacher's
I just
name.
want to say maybe. Yeah. Does the blood on the wall,
Mr.
the writing on the
Stevenson.
wall though, is it? Oh.
Mr. Stevenson.
Mm-hmm. That's what you get. That's what you get for trying to pigeonhole my adventures, bitch. No, it's clearly, you know.
Is the writing like? Is it look like blood or is it spray?
Yeah, oh
paint?
no, this is
Is it
somebody, they took
marker?
their hand and they smeared hungry over and over again in varying sizes. Somebody has been at this for a while.
We need to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the security gate. How
Like,
tall
it is
is
probably written 100 times. The security gate, I mean, have you ever been at a mall when it closes, you know, and they section
Yeah.
off the areas?
Is it like from the top
It's the
down?
like, well, it
or is
slides
it
side
from
to
the
side, but
over?
it's like a solid metal accordion. You know, it flattens out, and then as it expands, has holes in it about this big at its maximum expansion. You could get a fist through any one of the holes in the thing, but that is not.
And then
I mean, you would
the
be banging against that for
corridor.
a while. If you had an acetylene torch, you know, something like, you know,
Mhm.
maybe. But even
Yeah.
then, you're like,
We are in the chemistry lab, so there will probably be
well,
some kind of
no, you're
like,
kind of outside the chemistry lab right now, aren't
don't
you?
wanna
With
go
all
in
the
there. I
hungry
think
writing.
in the science area that we can.
You're in a general scientificular region.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we should go upstairs and not go into his room because fuck him.
What if he's just hungry? You know, we got
No.
pizzas.
We've got peaches now.
Right, yeah, you can give him peaches. I don't know why you guys are assuming this is so nefarious. Maybe they're just sorry because he's gone a little wackadoo in the time.
No,
you know? And it's,
no.
And how do you know he's not on the second floor? He may not be in his room.
Right.
And we can find out some information inside.
that's true.
Is there any other classrooms?
Yeah,
where we are?
there's like 4 on either side.
Can we go in through
This
one
was
of
just
those?
the one that
Go out
immediately
and
attracted
go-
your attention due to the fucking batshit crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I think we should go through a different classroom. Go through.
Well,
the
none of them
window.
will have exits, right? They'll all have windows, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm gonna break.
Break through a window and
You're
get
gonna
out
knock
that
out a
way.
window, pop out into the milling
And it
undead,
cause
and
all
work your
the
way through the
Into
street.
the void.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever. We're fucked
That's
either
just-
I
way.
am naming
so
this
let's just
episode
go.
Indecision in a High School. That's what I'm calling
Oh
it. It's
my
just
god, that is absolutely what this was.
Indecision in a High School.
Let's go into the door.
Let's just go.
Let's
Okay.
go into Wakefield's office.
Out.
Yeet.
There is it's not that chewy. I mean, I said there were several. They could go through a window. There are options. I just point out yes, you can do this, but here's why I think it's a bad idea. And then they never choose it. It's not my fault that happens to be a minecart of logical decisions. But
That's why I said it, Drew.
you
That's
open
why
the
I said
door,
it.
and there are several human cadavers in there. None of these have been brained. Most of them are in stages of consumption. It's pretty clearly that something has been chewing on them, exposed bits of ribs,
God.
intestines
for
popped
weapons
out,
that they might have
festering. No weapons are immediately apparent.
First, is there a person in there alive?
There does not appear
With
to
my
be.
flashlight
Just
looking
their
at in the
abattoir.
corners.
I want to search the room.
Give me a notice roll.
I'm going to stab these things one by one.
Yeah. You get to the third one and it leaps up and says, "Fuck you!" No, they're all dead. Skibba, they are all teenager. They're dressed like teenagers. They have teenager haircuts. They're teenager sized.
No desk or anything like that.
Oh yeah, there's a
Hello.
teacher's desk. There's a few. So this is one of those like chemistry labs where there isn't a bunch of desks, right? There's like stations, stools at a little Bunsen burner, little sink,
Is there a Bunsen burner that we can snatch?
Aren't those generally built into the desk?
Yeah, I
That's
thought
my
they were.
understanding of them.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, I mean, they slide, but the hose connects to the gas that's on
Right.
the table, and you need actual gas to go through the Bunsen.
It's a pretty nice chemistry lab for a modern high school. This must have been a charter school.
But we can definitely start a fire from here.
How big are the bottles?
Well, there are all kinds of flasks all over the place. Yeah.
No, I mean like the gas bottles.
Oh,
or is it a line?
Probably propane tank sized, I would imagine. Or would it be? It would be connected
Yeah.
to a gas line.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
that's the
probably
question.
gas
Is it a
lines
bottle
on
or a
the
line?
No, it's connected to a gas line.
Well, here's the dealio, folks. I have a garden hose and a lighter. We could at least produce flame out of these things if there's gas in this line. I don't know how the gas lines work, so I don't know if they shut off.
Doesn't it need
with
electricity,
electricity.
though?
Usually,
I don't know.
gas has to be turned off manually.
I know
Otherwise,
if my
it's
power
pressure all the time.
goes out, the gas still works. But I don't know if the power
Is
plant
there
goes out
gypsy
if the
coming
gas
or
still works.
something?
I turn and throw my knife at whatever just came in the door.
Well, I mean, nothing spins through the door. But you do notice a shadow move at the exterior window. And for just a second, you catch a broad grin as the thing that was clearly examining you from the outside, hands pressed up against the glass, shuffles away into the night and leaves a cloud of dust
Wait, it's
that
nighttime
says,
already?
no, well, yeah, I mean, for dramatic effect, no, into the day, cloud of dust that says
Alright.
to be continued. Thank you for
Okay.
ruining my narrative. Je ne sais quoi.
I forgot the time, alright?
Alright, so how we're going to have this work here is we're going to have everybody that participates in the show stop watching the show so that this time, when we reward one of our loyal viewers the month sub, it doesn't go to Mike Bowser again. Thank you so much for watching the show this evening, everybody. We hope you enjoyed Indecision in a High School. The You know,
The musical.
the musical. Because, yeah, it got a little harpsichord there at the end. I need to find a way to work the hoedown song into this. But, at
We'll go to a
any rate,
carnival.
are you guys who are participating in the stream now no longer watching the stream?
I am
Correct.
out.
That is true.
All right, here we go then. So, we are gifting the channel a sub. Gift to the community. 1 sub. Good luck, everyone. And we have completed the purchase. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Boom! Lone Wolf, congratulations. Very deserving
Hey,
of the sub,
Yay!
in fact. He's from the God Mode crew. Those guys kick ass. They are another
Yeah.
small group
Cool.
of streamers living the dream. But amazing. That was the show this evening. Come back around for Tate and Miles in Deadlands Noir, 1935's New Orleans. Because yeah, one of them shot the other one and killed him. And it was his war buddy, and he had PTSD. And so there's going to be some ramifications of that. That we are going to develop some by going to a flashback episode to discuss when they first met. Oh, and then it'll be fucked up. Then we're going to come back to modern times, and he's like, I killed my friend. But then it's Deadlands, so you know that's never permanent. But then on Wednesday, after Tuesday, we have, of course, Deadlands Reloaded. The best Deadlands Reloaded show we've ever run, certainly. And, well, you know, anyone else for that matter. It's just the best period. But yeah, I said that definitively there. Boom, best Deadlands show ever. That's just hubris. There's some fantastic. I mean, Saving Throw, whoa. But at any rate, from the League of Gentlemen Explorers, to yourselves. Until next time, may your dice always roll hot. And just have a great night, guys.
So yeah.